Well, hey family, how are y'all doing today? We are going to do embroidery today. Pretty much the same project that I did the other night. The only difference is this time I'm also going to do the bibs and burp cloths today. Hey Dempsey Boo, hey Martha. So that's the plan for today because yesterday I made the little spit spotters and I did post that on the babiesbooty.com. The link for that, you know what? I didn't put that link in the description. I need to put that link in the description so it'll be there, but it's for the 5x7 one, the one that fits on this machine. And we're going to do some more today because the three each kid that I did yesterday was so cute, y'all. It was so adorable. And his mom, I showed her these first, the ones with this print on it. And then I showed her the ones with his little face on it, his picture, and she just really squealed. So that made my day. So I'm going to do his bibs and his bib and his burp claw. Actually, I probably need to do more than one, but I'm not going to do too many. And then I'm going to do the bib and burp claw for my other grandbaby to match her spit spotters. I hope I have enough of this fabric. I think I do. Pretty sure I got enough. Because I was just at the store and didn't grab another thing of it. And then it hit me last night before, can't remember when it was. I forgot that my daughter-in-law, who I'm making this for their baby, she has two brothers that just had babies, Winter and Rain, and she wanted a gift for them with their name on it. She didn't care what it was. So I'm like, well, heck, while I'm already doing the bibs and the burp claws, which is going to be on the big machine, I'll just make Winter and Rain some little spit spotters over here on this machine. So that's the plan for today. It's a good day, even though it's rainy and gross. But I'm going to have some fun making these. And then, hey everybody. Hey Tanya, hey Donzel, hey Andrea. Yeah, you got live. What's up? What's up? Hey Elevate Artistry. Hey Miss Barb. Hey Anita Omer. Hey Delonda, honey bunny. So we're going to go with a bigger machine. Let me scroll up and say hey. To who was earlier? Miss Pamela Bradley White. Hey, honey bunny. Porgy. Hey, Porgy. Hey, Gina Goins. Hey, Sonia Siegler. Yes. Hey, V. Is it VV Embroidery Queen? Love it. And hey, Queen. Where is it? I just saw her. Unbiased. Hey, Unbiased LLC. Girl, guess what? Y'all might hear Mr. McQuacken's yelling in the background because he is feeling good enough to watch one of his favorite TV shows. And he was back there yelling at his show. I guess it was getting good to him or something. But anyway, so I digress. What we're going to, let me put that link in the chat real quick. And let me actually switch this so that I can say hi properly. Hey family. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the chat to the spit spotters if I can find it, because I had to a long time ago because I stopped doing certain things and selling certain things. I had to hide my store. Oh, I need to tell her. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. I saw something on Facebook. You know how you get that moment where you just like own it and about to do something and then you get distracted? That's me. So I was coming on here to get this link that I posted. And I don't know where it is. Where did I post? Oh, here it is. But anyway, I had earlier said all that to say that I had buried my store on my website, but the spit spotter is there. So let me put this on in the description real quick. I'm sorry. I am about to burn slapped up, y'all. I am so hot right now. Oh, you know what? Let me do this real quick too, so that it don't pick off YouTube. Sorry. Okay, so now, okay, I updated the description, so the spit spotter is in the description. You sewing today too, Andrea Butler? Yes. Hey, Cheryl Jones. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay. She said that was perfect. BB, love it. Okay, so hey, Jesse Gibson. So yeah, we are. So I put the link in the description for the spit spotters. Y'all, well, how many of y'all in here? See, I wish there were more folks in here from the embroidery crowd, but because I got away from doing embroidery so much, sometimes it's hard to get embroidery folks back in here. But if you watch this video later and if you watch this video later, the bib and the burp cloth in the hoop that I'm doing, I did not make them. They were made, and I kind of think I know who made it, but I can't remember the name of the site. And that's what's killing me. So whenever usually whenever you buy a embroidery design and you go download it, usually there's instructions included in the embroidery designs that pretty much tell you who made it. You know, don't copy my stuff, don't sell my stuff and all that jazz. But for whatever reason with this particular person where I got these designs from, that's not in that folder. I just know the file starts with OMA. Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, the person's name is one something mama, and I don't know what it is. Is it OMA or hold on, let me look it up. I'm pretty sure it's OMA. And I was like, I wish, sorry. ORM. ORM is the name at the beginning of the design. And it's a whole folder full of bibs and burp cloths that you can choose from with different quilt patterns on it, but it's ORM. And I know I at one point bought something from somebody. It was one something mama, one real mama, ORM, one real mama, one something mama. I don't know what it was. So if you know who it is, please let me know so that I can credit her and link her bibs and burp cloths in this chat in the description. So, you know, I like to give credit where credit is due. And these bibs and burp cloths are amazing. Now, at one point, a long time ago, I used to sell my own pattern that I made for a bib and a burp cloth, but it was all sewing. It wasn't in the hoop. So I found in the hoop to be much easier, even though my bibs and burp cloths were bigger, but this is easier. And so I just kind of kicked my own patterns to the curb. And because mine, like I said, mine were complete sewing patterns. So I don't sell those anymore. But at any rate, you don't. I wish I knew who it was. So if you're watching this later, replay, thank you. Number one, hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. But if you're watching this later, please, if you know who ORM is, let me know because I really want to link her in the description. Okay, so let's get started. I just wanted to let y'all know that I went to Walmart. I just got back from Walmart because well, I'll show you over there on the table. It's easier. I got some towels, and what I like to do is match my towels, the back of the burp cloths, to the project that I'm working with when I'm trying to be fancy. Now, when I'm not trying to be fancy, I don't care. I just use a white towel. Okay. Because like I said, it's for one regular Mama D, right? Okay, that works. I'll put the link in the description to your store then, ma'am. But when I'm trying to be fancy and I need to impress people at the baby shower, yeah, fam, we goes with towels that match. Okay. So for instance, and I think I showed this on the show the other night. Here's a towel. I'm sorry. Here's a fabric. This is flannel. Flannel is usually what I do for the front of bibs and burp cloths. Flannel is just super soft, and it's a little thin, so that allows moisture and stuff to get through and get to the towel in the back, which really absorbs, the spit, the mess, and all that jazz, right? But still be super cute. So this flannel has the little fox and the little bunny and the little owl and the little squirrel and the froggy, and they're different colors. So for this particular, you could use this for any gender. But I'm doing one for winter and one for rain. Rain with an E. And then so I'm like, okay, the purple fox matches the purple towel. So that would be cute. And what I could do is match the teal froggy to the green for one of the other babies. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of cool how you can take the fabric with the colors and match the back. And there's even some gray highlights here and there, some little gray, and I got a gray towel. But also with this fabric, this flannel, I got brown. So I have the dark brown towel here that could easily go in the back of this. I also have the tan towel, which could easily go with this fabric as well. So it's super cool how you can kind of take the fabric and make whatever you want your own. So it kind of is more than just a plain white towel. Now, the other thing that I normally do, I'm trying to see, one of these was it. Okay. So if you go to Walmart, right? And you see this says bath towel, 100% cotton, absorbent and durable, 27 inches by 52 inches, right? And see, this is a peel and stick label, right? See that? And it's got this little tag up there too. But look at this towel right here. It's this quick dry performance bath towel, 100% cotton, 30 by 54. So it's bigger than this one. This towel was like $2 and something. This towel was 3 something. So it's more expensive. For my projects that I generally do these very much more affordable towels. Because the thing is, look at all of this. All of this, you can make several Binkies. I'm sorry, burp cloths and bibs out of this. You can make several of them because it's big, so you get your money's worth out of it, even if you have to go with the pricier one. But this is my favorite because, it's made for cleaning up. It ain't really made for being pretty, even though the parents like to be pretty with their stuff. So like this is the more affordable towel here, and these 3 are more plush, so to speak. And so, just keep that in mind when you're buying your towels for this project. If you really want to be fancy and show out at the baby showers, go with the more plush towels. If you just making it just, as a quick gift for somebody, then you can go with the more affordable towels. Okay. So that's where we are with that. So let me move this back out of the way. And I'm going to get started with this one because this one takes the bigger burp cloths and the bibs take a lot longer than this because it's got more quilting to do. So I'm gonna put one of these on, and then we'll come back to the little machine and do the smaller douflachies. Okay. And then later, if I get a chance, I'll show you something else I found at Walmart and was like, ooh, this could totally work. Okay. So I need stabilizer for this, and I'm just going to, no, this isn't big enough. I was going to say I'm going to use the stabilizer that I used last night for the other night, but I can't. See, it's too little, just too little for this. It's almost the fit though. I wonder if I can make it work. I'm gonna be pushing it if I make it work. Being lazy. So let me grab some, see if I have some thin Wash away. Let's see. What is this? This is cutaway. You could use cutaway if it's soft because you're going to be cutting and this is going to be on the inside anyway. So let's do this. Let's do this one. This is cutaway. This is by Tex Mac or Happy embroidery machines. I used to go buy a stabilizer from there. But on these smaller machines, you can totally purchase your stabilizers, every stabilizer you need, and all your supplies that you need from DIME. And the link is in the description for them. So that you can grab you some stabilizer. Oh, where is my... I'll just use this one. A minute. Never mind. Here it is. Okay, so you know what? I wish I had my camera over there. I don't have a camera on the big machine, so forgive me for that. Hey, A to Z Crafty Shop. Hey, Angela. Patrice in here. Hey, can these be done on the small embroidery machine also? The bibs and burp cloths cannot, unless your hoop. So this particular bib and burp cloth set that I love to do is 7 inches by 12 inches. So if you have an embroidery machine that can fit that size hoop, then you're in business, and yes, you can get this done. But if you don't, then you'll have to go, because some single needle machines do get pretty big as far as hoop size. But I'm going to do 8 by 13 and get this on and popping. I already have the designs on there, so I can have this working in the background while we are doing those. I think I'm gonna start with, what is this one? Oh, this one is for bean. So the other thing I like about this particular design, let's see. With this particular design, I don't have a outline or anything that I have to do first for the other machine. You just put the fabric on there and start the stitching. So that's what I'm about to do. Let me cut this, and then we'll get Bean's thing on his bib, his first bib. I guess we kind of don't have to have his name on there, but I'm gonna put his name on there anyway. So here's this, and y'all, I am frustrated because I'm like almost out of this, and I'm pretty sure I got this from Walmart. So it's like, and I went just now, and they did not have this pre-cut anymore. I don't know why this is not gonna work. Hold on, let me get some better scissors. So I'm gonna have to probably use fleece, which I kind of anticipated that, so I bought some fleece, but it's annoying because where are my scissors at? Brand new scissors. Oh, here they are. I have some black what's the face scissors. They're kind of like dressmaker scissors, and I don't know where they are. I am too through with myself because I don't lost them darn scissors, and I don't like cutting fabric with any other scissors. So I'm just gonna open this and use these, hopefully without injuring myself. Okay. Hopefully, because they're new, they'll be sharp enough. Okay. I'm cutting this a little shorter than the width of that fabric. So, okay. Let me make sure I didn't mess up. Nope, I didn't. Yes. Okay. It's a little too big, but it'll be all right as well. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go place this on the hoop over there because I don't have to do anything except for lay this down and start stitching. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then get the quilting going. Let me move that up some because I can save that extra overhang for spit spotters. And like I said, the link to the spit spotters, if you want to follow along, is in the description. So let's see, let's do this. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is 5? Yeah, it is. Okay. I haven't done any maintenance, y'all, on my darn 6 needle machine, and it's embarrassing. Okay. All right. So now that that's over there doing its fizzle, we're going to switch and do spit spotters here. So the only fleece that I have, that I can find, anyways. Let me look over here and see if I got any of these drawers. Oh, wait a minute. What's in here? Nope. 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 Okay. Yeah, only fleece that I have right here in my face is this one. So the other babies is gonna have to get this too. They'll be all right. They ain't gonna know no better. And even though they're cousins, I'm gonna do a different color scheme for each one. And then that way, you know, it's a gift, so the mamas is just don't have to be all right. So with the spit spotter, we're doing a 5x7 hoop. So whenever I cut fabric for an in the hoop project, I try to go bigger than the 5x7. So I'm probably gonna do a 6x8 piece of fabric so that it'll be good and covered. Okay. So let me measure. Actually, let me check something. See which way I get the best use of this fabric. So this is 20. No, it's not. Yeah, it is too. 21 inches wide. So that's 7. So if I did 6, I get 42. So 7 would go into it better. But I'm doing bigger than 7. I'm doing. No, I say 7x8. Okay. So we're gonna go 8 inches this way. Also like flannel because you don't really have to worry about grain and stuff too terribly much for this kind of a project. So it's like, y'all, who wants to be bothered with that? I said 6x8. So my math is off anyway, but it'll be all right. I'm gonna cut right about here. These are not fabric scissors. Oh my gosh. Okay. So now, as I showed the other night, we can top stitch this closed, or we can seal it with glue. It's entirely up to you which route you want to take. I'm thinking about making just 2 of the spit spotters per kid. And what I'm also considering doing, but the only problem is you guys won't be able to see it as well. But I was thinking about adding their names to the spit spotters in the machine. You know what? Let's see. Where's that camera at? I might can show you how I do that. That would be super cool. And I also thought about sublimating some fabric for, oh, the camera's right here. I thought about sublimating some fabric for these babies too, but oh, that didn't take too long. That's good. Okay, I'm setting up this camera so that you can see me do the digital stuff with the spit spotter. Okay, so that's that. We're gonna do this number 3. Nope, we're gonna do number 4. All right, y'all. Sorry, that didn't take as long as I thought it would, or either I took longer over here. Okay, so let me. It's only gonna do these eyelets, and then it'll be off. Now let me add the camera and make it bigger as well. Extra camera. Not that one. Let's do this one. Why are you sounding crazy? Okay, there it goes. And let's add that in. This needle ain't even threaded. I'm gonna have to thread it real quick. I should change the color, but I'm not. I'm gonna be super lazy and not change the color. I'm sorry. Give me a sec, y'all. Whoops. I'm going to thread number 4. All right. So let's do this to number 4. Let's do that and do that. And hopefully it'll stitch and not get on my nerves. Okay. So there's the other camera. Let me see how close I can get y'all. I might have to hold it instead of putting it on the tripod. All right, so when we are looking at I was trying to see if I could find something to rest this on. I can't find anything, Chad. That's crazy. Let's see, that's too low. Boom. Okay, still a little low, but it'll be all right. It's gonna get the job done. So when we are going to add a design, let me show you how I'm gonna have to do this. So right there, the pocket is not gonna work because my crazy tail took the USB out. Hold on, let me go grab it. This is what happens when you decide spur of the moment to go live. Okay, so here's my USB. So let's touch the pocket and then let's touch USB. It's gonna pull it up. And here are the spit spotters. And the one I want says baby. So I'm gonna set it. And you see it says baby right here. Let me try something. Hang on, y'all. Let's try something. Let's see if this holds it up closer. Okay. There we go. All right. A little bit better. Okay. So you see it says baby. Now I'm going to tell it to edit in and then do the embroidery because I'm done. I don't want to. This is what I want to embroider. And when it gets to the part to embroider the baby, I'm going to stop it. Okay. So this is how I would manually add a name that isn't already digitized into the design. Okay. So now that I showed y'all that, I'm going to take this and I'm going to set it right there. And we actually going to turn that camera off because we don't need it anymore for the time being. Okay. And then I'll put it back here in a little bit. So let me grab my hoop. And again, just like I told y'all yesterday, if you, Lord Jesus, y'all, I can't get my life together for nothing. If you wanted to, with this machine, this is the Brother 5x7, and I'm sure these work with the Brother 4x4 machines too. If you want pre-wound bobbins, DIME, the link is in the description. They sell a container of pre-wound bobbins you can grab, and then that way you can just pull one out, pop it in, and go on about your business. You don't have to wind anything, even though this does come with its own bobbin winder, which is right there. But if you don't want to go through that, especially if you're going to be using a white bobbin anyway, which in most instances you will. Okay. Hey, Angelia. Yeah, I wish I could find the link. I apologize, Sue. If I knew who... Is this the right one? This ain't the right one, y'all. This is Cutaway. I wish I knew who ORM is. If I knew who that was, I would definitely go out, find that pattern, and link it for you guys so that you would have it. I don't like not linking people if I know where it came from and if I didn't forget. And in this instance, I wanted to, so I didn't forget. But at any rate. So again, this is my stabilizer holder. And it came from DIME as well. It's super cool. I just pull it out, measure how long I need it based on the size of the hoop, and then use this little slidey thing to cut it, and I'm done. I don't have to do a bunch of drama. That's at DIME as well. Link to DIME is in the description. Just put in stabilizer and it should pop up along with stabilizers. All right, so all you have to do with the spit spotters, that I do have a link in the description for the spit spotters, because I created that design the other day. All you have to do is hoop stabilizer, right? This is tearaway. You can use cutaway. It'll add a little bit of bulk, but it's no worries, especially if you have a thin cutaway, you can use it. You also can use wash away. All right, so then we'll pop the hoop on. And like I said, because we're doing this for a baby, I don't know this kid, right? So we're going to, I thought about being extra special to these folks because I don't know them, and use my glitter thread, but I don't want to do that. I was going to, but I'm not. But DIME has this super cute purple set that they know I love purple. That's what they do. It's called Purple Passion. You see right there that you can get with 4 spools of purple shades. And so we're going to use this one. Let's see which one. I'm going to use this one to put the baby's name on it. But I'm going to use my off-white that I used last night to actually do my quilting and everything. So grab that because I'm going to start with that one. I can't believe it. I must have put it up. I don't see it, so I'm going to use white because I don't know what I did with it, y'all. That's what happens when you're team too much and Hot Mess Express all at the same time. Okay. That's a pretty shade of purple. So this is going to hold her name. Okay. So meanwhile, let me go ahead and put the white on because that's going to be the majority of the stitching until it's time to put her name on there. And I will check the chat here in a minute. Let's see if I can get this. That doesn't look right. I'm trying to see if I can get my threader to work. Yeah, I don't know. Something's going on with it. But at least I was able to get it to do that. Okay. So the first step with the spit spotter is to stitch the placement stitch so that you'll know where to lay your fabric. Okay. So while it's stitching a placement stitch, I'm going to go ahead and take this off because this is going to come up. And then this is the quilting to go in the middle. Shut my back door. I had it open so I could get some air. It's hot. Okay. So, and I did change my patterns too. I adjusted them before I put them up. So here is the quilting to go on the inside. It is 100% cotton. And then here is the fabric for the first kid. Let me not do that. I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna let it hang off and do just enough. Okay. You want to make sure all of those stitches are covered. So I did the layer of the quilting on the middle. I did that. Then I put the fabric on top, which is flannel. And now we're going to hit go. Okay. And again, I'm still using the white embroidery thread. So the quilting will, you can see the indentation of the quilting, but it won't take away from the colors of the fabric. You know what? Is that too dark? It might be too dark, y'all, for a baby. Hold on, let me see. I'm second guessing myself, which I do quite frequently. There's purple right here. I also don't want it to be too, I don't want it too dark, but I also want it to stand out. That's cute. I think that's a lighter version. That should work. Let me look at this one. Ooh, I like that better. Even though it's still kind of dark, but I like that better. I'm gonna go with that one. All righty. So over here on the other machine, I'm gonna bring it here in a minute. His bib is ready. So I did his name in black. It stands out horribly, but that's besides the point. This is just a bib for him to throw on, or his mama to throw on him, and he can puke on it and do whatever he needs or wants to do. So because I did that black, I should have did brown so that it would match this towel. If I'd have been thinking, I would have did brown. But hey, we can always make another, can't we? Because we are the creators. Yay! And I'm not throwing it away, so it's going to work. Now, for me personally, I would not waste this stripy part. I'd probably put the stripy part, if I wanted to, I'd put the stripy part on a burp cloth, but I'm not going to put it on the bib. So I'm going to cut on this side where there's no stripy. Well, there is a stripy part on that side, so I'm gonna have to cut down further than that. Okay, so we're done with this part. The next part is the baby's name. So let me cut the camera back on. I forgot how quick these things work up. So let's do, is it this one? Is it this one? That's it. That's it. That's what I wanted. Okay. So go for a ride. Here is the quilted. You see the quilting is there and it's small, right? So if I lift this up, you can kind of see how close I am to that 5x7. And then even on the screen right here, you see where that X is. I kind of need to pay attention to that as well for what I'm about to do next. But you see, we got this little bit of space right here. So I'm just kind of guesstimating in relation to this square where I'm going to put the baby's name, right? So let's back out. I don't know. Hopefully you didn't miss none of that. That's why I wanted a stand to put this on, but I don't have a stand right here in front of me. Why are you not focusing? You darn thing. Do you not autofocus? There you go. Okay. So let's back out. Back out, back out. Cancel the current pattern. Yes. That's what I want to do. So now I want to grab the letters And the baby's name is, one is Winter, spelled just like winter, and one is Rain, Raine. So let's see. I don't want it in, I'm not sure. Okay, so let's go back. And that's super cute. Plain is cute. I'm not really a fan of the brush script. We might have to go with that, but I'm not a super fan. I may do this because it'll go faster if I do that one. Okay. So when you're trying to pick letters to put on something, as you see the way this machine is, it gives you the option to plan for what size hoop you're going to work with before you even pick the size, which is super dope because the 4x4 didn't do that in the past. So I have my 5x7 selected, and I'm going to find how to spell the name. So I'm going to go ahead and do Winter. So I'm going to do the over arrow. I don't know if you saw me do that. So the over arrow takes you to the capital and lowercase. So let's go with the W. And look right here, you have to pick the first letter, which I did, before it gives you the option to change from large, medium to small. I know large is not going to fit. So let's go with medium. All right. So there's W, and I'm going to go over to the I, N. Let's go over to the T, and go back, E, R. Okay. And medium, actually, that fits. So hopefully, it's a small thingy. So hopefully it'll be all right. So let's hit set and see what that looks like. That actually looks good. I love the size of that. It's about the size of baby, but because her name's longer, it's going to make her letters smaller. And, sometimes in the past when I was making blankets and stuff, and I had a long name, and they were like, well, why are the letters so small? Fam, it's a long name. You can't have both. Should have named the child a shorter name. I'm just saying. Okay. So we got the letters that we want. So I'm gonna hit edit end. And now it's going to take me to where to position this stuff, right? So let's go down, and I'm going to press the down. You see it's moving down. Now, if you remember on the where it said baby, remember there was a good little space, and it was down here in this section of the screen. So as I move it down, notice my hoop is moving too. See it moving down? So it's going to place it in, and if you hold it, it'll jump a little faster. So you can look on here as well and kind of get a good idea of where the name is going to be. But you also can do it on the screen. So that's about where I want it. I'm actually going to nudge it up just a little bit for my own peace of mind's sake. And now I'm going to say embroidery. So notice my spit spotter is not up here on the screen anymore because I closed out of it, but the name is there. So I'm going to be able to put the name on here because I did not take this out of the hoop. I left it there, but I just closed out the design. And so now I'm going to stitch this on here, right? So let me set y'all down for a minute, and I'm going to change the thread. Well, I got to put the foot up first, because you can't change the thread with your foot down. I don't care what sewing machine you have. You need to have your foot up so that you can thread it. Otherwise, it will not stitch properly. You will lose the correct tension. All right, so here's the purple that I chose. I had to get a different purple than the first one because I wanted it a little lighter since it is a baby. All right, and thread our needle. Let's see, get that in there. My threader is acting ugly, so I'm going to thread by hand. It could be that my needle is not inserted all the way, because that'll cause a problem with your threader too. All right, so let's make sure that's smoothed back out. Winter is right here on the screen. I did not take this out of the hoop. All I did was change what was here and change the color thread. So now let's put the foot down. And then let's stitch Winter's name. It's going to be super cute. Hey, Karen. Hey, Rougie. I wasn't looking at the chat. I apologize. I need to scroll back up. But you see a stitch in her name. Super, super easy to do. Super easy way to edit pattern that's already there. So when you do, okay, it is doing it. I started to say it should keep stitching. I don't know why it's not, but this is my first time using the letters in the machine. No wonder I said it was going to take 2 minutes to do this because it keeps stopping. That's crazy. But it's no worries. Hey, Lilies. Really? It's not on me. They're going to have to wait. And then it's going to come back down to do the T and the E and the R. Sorry for my phone being loud, y'all. Oh, you know what? That might have been. Oh my God. I didn't think of that. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Let me see who that was because I forgot I ordered the Mr. some food and I want to make sure that ain't his food because sometimes they can't find the house. Oh, no, it's already here. Okay. So who was calling? He a trip. It's the honey. What letter are we on? E. Hold on, y'all. I'll be back. Let me take him his food, y'all. All right, y'all. All right, so Winter's name is stitched. The Mr. has his food, and I have a bottle of water. So now that her name is on there, let me show you. Super cute. It wasn't programmed in there, but I did put it on there, right? So let's go back. It says finished embroidering, which it is. So let's hit done. So I'm going to now hit the backup button. Okay, so let's back out of that, back out of that, back out of that. Okay, cancel it. Okay. So now that I'm done with it, I'm going to go back and pull this one back up. So let's grab the pocket. Let's do USB. And this one is the one that says baby. So let's grab that one. Let's hit set. I didn't move this pattern or anything, so it's perfect. It's where it is. I didn't resize it. I didn't rotate it. Nothing. So I don't have to do anything but load this back up. So, and fast forward. So let's hit edit in because it's done. I don't want to move it or rotate it or nothing. So let's hit embroidery. All right. So now that we hit embroidery, if I tell it to go right now, because it's ready, the light is green and everything's there. If I tell it to go now, it's going to start from the very beginning. And I don't want that. I want it to start past the baby's name. So in order to do that, I got to go right here where it's showing a needle and plus and minus. And I'm going to touch there. And then this screen is where you can advance stitches and where you can back up stitches. No, he is not back to 100%. I wish to God he was. So at any rate, this one right here, notice is a +1 or -1. This one will back up 1 stitch. This one will go forward 1 stitch. Okay. And this one has -10 +10. So this one is -10 stitches. Or this one will go forward 10 stitches. Same with 100, right? But what we want is, I'm not worried about the amount of stitches. I'm worried about the color placement. So the way this pattern works, I'm going to hit the back button so that you can see. Oh, let's hit OK. Not back button, hit OK. So this is the first color stop. Remember, the first color stop does the outline. The second color stop does the stitching, right? The third color stop does the name baby. So you do need to know what your color stops are and what they do. And the cool thing is, see right here, this is the first one and it's showing you what it is in the screen. So I don't want to do 1, 2, or 3 because I've already done those. Now I want to do this last one. So let's go here and I'm going to hit the plus with the spool of thread, because the plus and the minus is advance a color stop. This one is back up a color stop. So, and a color stop is when it stitches one of those colors and then it stops. It stitches the next color and then it stops. Okay. So let's go ahead and hit plus. So now it's on step number 2. See that up there in the corner? It's on step number 2. So hit plus again. That's step number 3. Remember, step number 3 is the word baby. We don't want that one. So let's hit the plus again. Now we're on the last step, which is going to finish out everything, and hit OK. And notice what the last step is. It's the outline to close up the towel on the back of the spit spotter. So that's how you would advance and fast forward and back up in a embroidery pattern. Now, I do want to warn you though. So I'm actually going to back out all of this because I already know, and I'm going to show you something. So let's go back here and I'm just going to start with a plain one. And let's go B, A, B, and Y. Okay. And I'm going to hit set. And I'm gonna hit edit in, I'm gonna hit embroidery. I'm doing this real quick just to show you something. So if you enter a name, notice it says baby, all one, and notice right here, it says one color. There's not, like, B isn't gonna stitch and then completely stop. A isn't gonna stitch. Even though with this machine it did, right? You saw that. It stitched the W, then it took a pause, back up, went forward, but it automatically went to the next one. In a way, I guess that could give you an opportunity to hit this green button and stop it in case you wanted to do these letters in different colors. You know what I'm saying? Like if you wanted to do that yourself. Otherwise, it's going to stitch the whole thing in one color. So you can't break up the letters if you wanted to without actually stopping it yourself manually. Whereas if we go back to the pattern that we were doing, each color stop, you could stop it. It stops itself rather and waits on you to do what you need to do. And you can fast forward with the spools of thread, whereas you won't be able to fast forward with the spools of thread if it's all one color. That's where you, like, say for instance, I didn't want to stitch the whole outline. I only wanted to stitch from here all the way down. So in that instance, I would move to color stop number 4. So now I'm on color stop number 4. Then I would advance. So let me show you something super cool. So let's advance 10 stitches. Look at that. You see where that moved to? Let's do another 10. Look at that. So it shows you where it's going to start right here on this little screen. So it'll help you. Like if I wanted to start up there because it was stitching fine till it got up here and then it messed up, then I can fast forward to that. So let's hit 100. Let's hit another 100 and I'm almost there. You see what I'm saying? And then you can ease it up by 10 or you can ease it up by 1 until it gets there. So that's how you can move backwards and forward throughout the whole process of doing another, you know, changing up stuff if you need something changed. Okay, so I'm at my last stop. I'm gonna hit okay because this is where I need to be. And so now at this point, I need to put the towel on the back side of the spit spotter. All right. And so because I did the baby's name in purple, and because this is going to be a gift, I'm going to put purple towel on the back of the spit spotter. Okay. So give me a sec. Let me get this set up and we'll do that. So I was about to cut the towel for Beans' bib, but we're going to kick Beans' bib to the curb for the time being. And I'm going to put purple on the back of this baby's towel. Okay. So let me do something because these scissors are trash. They're not fast enough. Okay. All right. So I'm going to cut right here. And unfortunately, this part is going to be wasted a little bit. Actually, let's do this. Hold on, so that y'all can see. Is it this one? Yep, it's that one. Okay. So I'm going to waste a little bit of this, unfortunately. But it's not a waste. That's part of the reason why whenever someone is talking about doing an embroidery project, what is a good project to do is a first time embroidery person. Is this too high? This is too high. Hold on. As a first time embroidery project, I like to suggest use towel. Do anything with a towel. Why? The reason why I say go get a towel. You can get one of these cheap towels from Walmart. This is the one with the sticker on it, not the folded over like this one. It's the sticker that's on here. And if you use this towel and you embroider on it and you don't like how it turns out, or it ends up looking like trash, or the needle messed up, or the thread messed up, or whatever, it doesn't matter. Just like this remnant that's left over, this is a rag. This is a towel to clean up messes. It's still useful. Doesn't matter how ugly it is. The dog come in with wet paws and mud on his paws. Guess what? You got a towel. They'll wipe up the doggy's paws, and you don't care, because even if the embroidery is jacked up, it's still a towel at the end of the day. So that's why I usually recommend people use a towel for their very first embroidery projects, because you can't go wrong with a towel. You just can't. All right, so I'm not going to change the thread because this is all going to be kind of tucked away a little bit and hidden somewhat. So I'm not going to change the thread. I'm just going to stick with the purple, and it matches perfectly anyway. I don't know how well you can see that in that upper corner. Look at that. This is going to be super cute. Okay, so let's do the last step, which is a super quick step, and it is the outline. And I did what's called a triple stitch around the outline because I wanted this to be super sturdy as we turned it inside out. Okay, I'm gonna have to find my better scissors for this project, y'all, because that's one thing I can say. When you're doing this, you need good scissors, not trash. All right, nice. And I made the hole a little bit bigger, so hopefully this will do what it needs to do. Okay, and we're done. Finish embroidering. Nice. So at this point, we'll take it off the hoop. And I'm going to change the camera again so that you can see better. Now I gotta cut that towel to put on Beans bib as well. Oh, should I get that? Set this off to the side. And so now I have all this excess hanging off. It don't matter because I'm getting ready to cut it. Now, when you cut this, I mentioned it last night. I'm going to mention it again. When you're cutting towel rips easy. So you don't want to get close up on those stitches. You need some space, and at least a quarter of an inch of space. Okay. And I went and got some heavy duty scissors because you're cutting through a lot of layers, especially with that towel. So you need some really good sharp scissors when you're working with towel. Okay. So again, let's cut around the outside with a good amount of space. This is going to be super cute. Oh my gosh. And I think Lowe's has these scissors on sale this time of year because they usually come in like a gift kit. Not this one. So they got these two. If it's got that blue dot right here, these are not the good ones. Not at all. These are not the good ones. Don't get those. Get these heavy duty ones. They got this size and one super big size in the same pack. I love these scissors for heavy stuff. When I'm cutting big dog stuff, I use these scissors. Or some really super sharp dressmaker shears would work too. Like my black ones that I cannot find. All right, so I am coming back around the mountain and I'm going to cut out a little bit out and then over so that I give myself a tab to tuck, okay, and come back down. So you see I cut right along the edge around here, but right out here I came out some, okay. And this is tear away. You don't have to tear anything. I'm not going to. I just tore that one part. But you see what I'm saying? See how it's raveling already? That's just towel. Okay. And so now let's turn this inside out. So you're making an entire project in the hoop, in the embroidery hoop on the machine. You don't have to take it off or do anything in between all of these steps. It's all done there. And even though I made it a little bit bigger, it's still a little bit of a hassle to turn it inside out. But I mean, that's the nature of using towel and thicker fabric. All right. So, and then pull some of this bulk out. If I had a broken nail, it'd be a little bit easier, but a broken nail is sensitive. Okay, so let's go in here. There we go. Push this in. Perfect. Now we can just push the rest through from the inside. Oh, that's cool, Sheila. I didn't think about that. Getting the towels a little bit cheaper for Black Friday. But there I mean, you know, a couple of bucks for a towel, and you can get a whole ton of these out of a towel. A ton of these. The spit spotters, yeah. The Bibs and Burp cloths, I want to say you can get like 4 or 6, something like that out of those with the pattern that I have. But, you know, I got to find the pattern, you know, so you can get the same quality stuff out of it. Okay. So look. Oh my God. It's super cute. This purple is adorable. Okay. That's adorable. Okay. The only thing I see that I did differently last night that I might would have, I wish I had paid attention to, but I didn't. But I'm not worried about it because, again, this is for a baby to wipe up spit. So, but that's where the devil's in the details. You got to pay attention to details when you, so, you know, I'm one of those, I'm very picky about how things turn out. But because I don't know these people and they're not high up on the really, you know, anyway, I don't think that they'll appreciate this gift as much as they probably should. So that's why I'm not super pressed about it. It's just like, okay, well, whatever. But I probably would have put the baby's name up a little bit higher. But what I was looking at is, see, the animals are this way and her name is this way. That would be the only thing I would change, is make sure that the animals are going this way. But I already cut the fabric and didn't pay attention to that. Okay. But aside from that, it's adorable. This is super cute. And the purple on the back is adorbs. And as I mentioned last night, this is a super cool little doohickey that you can use to not only wipe the baby's face and stuff like that, but as the baby gets older and, you know, you don't have to wipe spit as much, then this could be a kid's washcloth in the bath, you know, like their own little thingy. So yeah, and also for adults with special needs that you might need to clean their faces and stuff, this could totally work for them as well. Always willing to have good ideas for adults with disabilities. So this is adorable. So again, like I did last night, I'm probably going to stitch around the outside as opposed to just sealing it closed with the hem tape. So this is hem tape. And it will work to close this up too if you don't have a separate sewing machine. Because like this is strictly embroidery. So if I didn't have an extra sewing machine, I wouldn't be able to stitch this closed. So this would be the alternative. And I just tear off a little piece and stuff it in the long ways in the inside right here. Just tuck it and make sure that, you know, it can go all the way across that, all the way to the edge as much as possible. And then press this closed. I put it on the heat press last night. I want to say it was like on 330 for 10 seconds or something like that. And it worked. So I'm probably going to go ahead and seal it closed, but follow up with a top stitch, because the top stitch does make it look kind of spiffy. I can go grab the one of the ones I did last night. I took it back there to show to Mr. McQuackins when he woke up, but I don't have it. Right here with me. I'm sorry, it was 320 degrees for 20 seconds is what I did last night. So at any rate, this is one for winter. So let's set winters off to the side. I'm gonna put it over here. Watch me forget where I put it. And then we're gonna make one for, or should I make two? Because each baby I think should have two, but at the same time. Because what I'm gonna do for Rain, since her name is Rain, I'm going to use the teal towel because I think that would be super cute for her. So the cousins will have the same pattern because this is the only pattern I got. And then but the back and their names will be a different color. So that's probably what I'm gonna do. All right. So let us, no, what am I doing? I need to put stabilizer on here. That's what I need to be doing. So that I can do Rains. And then I need to cut Bean's towel so Bean's towel can go on the back of his bib and I can finish his bib. God, I love these stabilizer boxes. They are amazing. So easy to use. To put all my stabilizer in a box like that, I would. Okay, so let's get this. And I love in the hoop project because usually all you got to do is hoop stabilizer, float the fabric, and go on about your business. Your business. All right, so let's click this on, and boom. Okay, so I'm gonna do the exact same thing I did before. But this time we're going to do Rain. I almost forgot that chap name that quick too. That goes to show. Okay. Nope, don't want to put that right there. Okay, so let's grab this. I'm going to go ahead and change the color of the thread. The foot is up. So I'm going to put the white back on. So we've already done Winters, but I'm gonna keep it because I need to put this on the big embroidery machine when I do her bib, so I know what color it was. You know what? I should have looked to see if Alexis did. Do I have it up here? Yes, I do. All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to show you something super, super cool. I'm gonna fight with this stupid threader. Okay. Whoops. No. Don't pull it out. Okay. All right. Uh-oh. Did it go in wrong? Yeah, it went in wrong. There we go. All right, so let's stitch the outline. So I'm gonna show you something super cool. If you're doing ooh, Delonda, this would be perfect for you. Oh my god. And I may have to make some templates. You know what? Let me not say nothing yet. Let me not say nothing yet. I want to say something so bad. Okay. So this is Winters. So let me move hers to the side. This is Beans, and I need it to be right here. I need I got the fabric right there, but I need this. And I don't have another piece cut already. Doesn't look like it. But what I am gonna do, that's kind of cheap though for them. Should I do them like that? Let me see. Yep, I can. So let me show you something else. This is a cheat code time. Cheat code. If you don't have batting, quilting batting, which this is 100% cotton, you can use fleece. I use fleece, and it's almost as thick as this batting. So you could totally do that, and it'll make a thinner project also easier to turn inside out. This is polyester though, as opposed to cotton. Now, polyester does still absorb. All you gotta do is stick this in water and you'll see clearly that polyester will still absorb. But if you don't have cotton batting, you can totally make any of these quilting projects with fleece. And if you want to, you could double this and make it even a little bit thicker. Okay, so that's a cheat code time. I was going to use it, but since they're cousins, I'm going to keep it the same, even though part of me doesn't want to cut this like this. Let's see, where am I at? 5. A little over 5. Perfect. All right, so let's get Baby Rain some cotton batting. And I'm just going to order more of this from Amazon, y'all, I swear. So I lay the batting down first. Lift the embroidery foot to make it easier. So lay the batting down first. Hey, Kevin. And then we're going to lay down the fabric. Okay. There's that. There's that. I'm still using the white thread. Now it's going to quilt and then it's going to stop before it stitches the word baby. So I'm going to let that go. All right. And before I cut Baby Jolando's towel, let me grab some teal thread. Grab some teal thread to match this towel while I'm over here. Actually, this ain't really teal. This is green. I mean, that's a greenish teal. Do I have this color? That could work, I guess. It's too blue. Ooh, that's perfect. All right. So I found a teal to match the towel, which I need to cut the towel, both towels actually. So let me go ahead and cut both of them while I'm thinking about it. Running out of space. Running out of space. Got a bigger table and still ain't got no space. All right, so that's for winter. No, rain. This is for rain. And this is for Bean's thing. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do the same thing I did earlier, which is program in Rain's name. Okay, so let me switch and add this camera again so that you can see that in case you missed it earlier. I'm going to, let's turn it here. Let's go there because that way I need to raise this. What do I have? Oh, I can use this. Ta-da-da! Boom. There we go. Yay. Okay. So let's go out of this design. We're done with it for now. And I'm gonna grab the letters again. And what letters did I pick? Oh, I picked these. So let's grab those. The hoop is selected. That's the one that we're working with. So it'll know not to go bigger than that. And I did medium, but notice medium right here is grayed out. It's because I haven't picked the first letter yet. Okay. So let's go to R. Now see that pops up. So let's go to medium. And then A. I. N-E is how you spell her name. So that's the baby's name. So I'm going to edit end. And I'm going to put her name down here. I'm going to try not to get as far down as I did before. So if I hold down the hold down button, it moves. But I kind of want it to be kind of close to where the other one is, so that when they hold them side by side, you won't be like, oh, yours is all the way up there. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people do notice those types of things. And so that's that. So let's go to embroidery. It's all one color. So I'm going to lift my foot so that I can change my color thread. Whoops. Let me do that. And so now let's put the teal on that matches the towel. All right. And then we're going to, I'm going to use this stubborn threader that I have to help. All righty. And that's that. So now I'm going to stitch her name. Okay. So let's change this so it'll still be there when I go to do change it back to the other thing. What size is this? This is what? So as I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna hit the go button. As I mentioned earlier, you can manually stop this because it does pause in between the programmed in letters. So all I did was hit the go button to pause it. So if you do need to change the color, so to speak, say for instance, you want pink, green, or whatever, you can do that. But I'm just gonna let it keep going. 14. That's right. It's not wide enough. Yeah, it is. 7 by What did I say? 7 by 12. I think it's 7 by 12. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. I'm checking something. 7 by 12. Yeah, 7 by 12. So that is on. Okay, cool. Yay. Okay. So we're gonna do. This is 14. So cutting a towel in half, hopefully I can use it without issues to make 2 bibs or 2 burp claws. Just doing 7 inches and use half for 12. So let's see if it works. Mathematically it should, but we all know. That was annoying. All right, so there's that. So I need 7 inches. Actually, I need 8. A little bit bigger than that. So we're going to go bigger. All right, so it's done with her name. And I'm done cutting that so that I can get his towel put on his bib. So give me 1 sec. I'm going to run over here. Actually, I was supposed to cut this in half first. Actually, I'm not. Just in case it's not long enough. Okay, and oh, that's super cute. Why did that not cut? Something didn't cut. What didn't cut? Oh. All righty. Just make sure that's out of the way. And the last step over here. Okay, so now we're done. Let me switch the screen so you can see this one bigger. So now we're done with her name. It's super pretty. I'll show it to you here in a little bit because I don't want to take that off. And so I'm going to back out of this. Okay to cancel, yes. So I'm going to go back into the pocket, grab the USB because it's on the USB. I'm going to grab the pattern I was working with before, hit set. And there's the one that says baby. That's what we were doing. So I'm going to edit in because I don't want to change anything. I don't want to rotate and I don't want to move it around. So let's go to embroidery. But I do want to advance because we've already done the quilting. We've already done her name. We already done the placement stitch. So what we need to do now is close this off with her towel. So that's the very last step. So we're gonna grab this key down here with the needle and the plus minus. And then we're going to plus and minus these spools of thread. Now, if you missed what these other steps are for, just go back and watch. And it'll tell you. Might make a short out of it or something. All right, so this is the last stitch. We're ready to rock and roll. So I'm going to lift the foot and I'm going to slide her towel right on top of the hoop, just like that. Look and make sure nothing's in the way. Make sure it's covering the entire area. Put the foot back down. I'm not changing the color thread and I'm going to hit go. All right. And now Bean's bib is done. So I get to show you that too. Okay. Let's change the screen. Sorry. And then we'll be done with rings. Thinking, are needles the same for a Viking? Generally, yes, Jennifer. Generally, most home sewing machines use the same needle. Sewing machines, embroidery machines, most of them use the same needle. The round shank needles are generally for commercial machines, and I'll show you here in a sec what I mean by round shank. Okay, this is rain. So now we're done. Let's take it out of the hoop. And again, when you cut this out, you want to leave ample room around the stitch line for towel, because the towel will fray. Let's go from this direction. Alrighty, so I see my stitch line, so I'm gonna go far and then angle in a little bit, and then that's a little too close, but it'll be all right, hopefully. All right, and so let's cut around a good 1/4 inch around that, away from that stitch line rather. Oh, that's the heat press. I forgot about the heat press just that quick. I forgot about the heat press for this to press the heck. Hold on, y'all. Oh, abduction. Okay, that sucks. That sucks. Waffle can't leave folk alone. All right, and so now I'm gonna angle back in and leave this tab so that I'll have something to tuck. And let's trim this because I can use it for the next project. And that's that. Okay. So now let's pull this inside out. Hey, Sharon Davenport. Okay. Turn this inside out. Pull up this. Okay. And now pull all of it out. Absolutely perfect. Super cute. Super cute. Okay, and then on this side. I'm tucking out all the corners, even though they're rounded corners, so not necessarily corners, but I'm taking them all out. And then here is the spit spotter for rain. Okay. And so I tuck in these tabs, line them up so that the seams kind of sort of match as much as possible, so that it kind of looks uniform as it goes straight across. And then I can do the same thing with this that I did with Winters, and put the hem tape stitch witchery in there and press this as well. And then we're done with their spit spotters. So you totally can make this as a set to go with the bib, the burp cloth, the binky leash, the blanket. If you want to do a blanket, like this could totally be a whole set. Okay. So we'll put this one on the heat press. The other one is done already. So let's slide that under. So this one, I don't like the way that's sealed, but it's all right because I'm getting ready to, I'm going to top stitch it before it's all said and done. But here's the one for winter. And it's sealed at the bottom. And then the one for rain should be done here in a sec. And okay, let's see. Okay, so this should work. And this should work. Okay, so you mentioned the round needles. So there are round shank needles and there are flat shank needles. I like to use the embroidery needles. This one is the brand Schmetz. And if this thing would focus, you would see that these are 9014s. That's my favorite to use. It's pretty universal. A lot of people will use the 7511s, but 9014 seems to work exceptionally well for me. And the eye of the needle is bigger, so it makes for a little friendlier embroidery environment, especially if you're using glitter thread or metallic thread. But this one, when we're talking about, and I don't know that this is going to work, y'all, because this camera is not faithful. Not faithful at all. Well, you might can see it better here in the thing. Can you see that? See how that's flat on the back? I don't know how well you can see that. Most of the embroidery machines for the home use is flat. Y'all, this camera ain't working. Let me try this little camera and see if it'll at least focus for you. Let's add this one. Let's see if you can see it better here. Okay, see, this one is flat on the back, whereas this one is round all the way around. It's a full circle. It's not flat anywhere. These you don't use in your home machines. The flat ones generally are. Now, of course, check your manual, because your manual will be the end all be all. But the round ones are generally industrial. The flat ones are generally for home use. Okay. You got different brands. You got Schmetz, you got God Singer, you got Brother, you got all kind of brands. And different manuals for different manufacturers will probably tell you a certain brand, which makes sense because they probably have a contract with that brand so that you can keep spending money with a specific brand. But the brand technically doesn't matter. It boils down to what keeps you and your machine happy, honestly, is the way it's worked out for years for myself anyways. So just keep that in mind, that the brand is not necessarily important. And if they're in the manual recommending that you use a specific brand, it's probably because they have a contract with them to promote a particular brand. That doesn't mean that brand isn't good, but in a pinch, if you're trying to get a project done, the reason why I'm being adamant about that, because if you're in a pinch and you need to get a project done, and the only option you have available 10 o'clock at night is Walmart, and they have a Singer pack of sewing machine needles, and they have one that's a 7511, you can use it. Don't think, oh my God, I can't use it. It doesn't say embroidery. No, that's not the case. Embroidery needle is better for embroidery, yes, but you can use a sewing machine pack of needles in a pinch, but it's better to not, honestly. I mean, at the end of the day, because it's so, just all you have to do is reason on that thing and think super hard. A sewing machine, you sew and you stitch in a straight line and it just goes and does its thing. And usually it's not as fast as an embroidery machine. And the embroidery machine, the hoop is moving in different directions. So the needle is going to flex a little bit more than your regular sewing machine. It doesn't, that needle doesn't have the tension of the fabric that's going side to side and front and back. And I'm trying to think of a better way to put it. Now, I did come across a video that may help, that teaches you how cool a sewing machine is and how a sewing machine works. And it goes into the guts and the science with illustrations and everything. It's a super dope video. Even a kid can understand. But the bottom line principle is the needle goes down into the fabric where the hook down here hooks the thread around the thread that comes out of that needle. And then when the thread comes back up, it pulls that bottom thread with it so that it creates a stitch, right? Well, with a sewing machine, the fabric is just going straight. So if the timing is the teeniest a bit off, if the timing is off, then what can happen is, as the needle is coming up out of the fabric can advance before the needle can fully come out of that fabric. So what will happen is that tip of that needle could catch and it'll pull the needle back a little bit, but the needle will still come up out because the needle is slick, and it'll still go back in the next step. But there's a teeny little drag there. So if you have the same issue with an embroidery machine, not only is it dragging this way, it's also dragging all around because it's pulling, it's going so fast. That's why for those bigger machines, the timing is super, 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 super important, because the industrial machines are way faster than these guys here. But that's a horse of a different color. But that's why needles, embroidery machine needles, the eye is usually bigger. The needle is usually a little sturdier. You can also buy titanium needles, non-stick needles, leather needles. There are a whole ton of needles out there that you can choose from. But with an embroidery machine, the embroidery needles are usually just fine. My main concern for anyone with an embroidery machine is check your manual to see if you do the round shank needle or the flat needles. I'm more than positive your machine is going to be using those flat back needles, but double check your manual, okay? And if it does use the round needles, then yeah, you're stuck. You can't use what's at Walmart. But here is Winter and Rain's little spit spitters. How cute. Spit spotters. Super cute. And there's the towel on the back to match the name on the front. Totally, 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 totally adorbs. Hey, Debbie. So let's show you Bean's bib, because we're done with his bib, and then I'm gonna put his burp cloth on. So this is pretty much all I'm gonna be doing today, you guys. I don't have major plans other than I need to be cleaning my house because apparently I don't have a maid. Well, I ain't gonna say I don't have a maid. Let's just say maid duties is sick right now, so I have to clean up. And then I gotta wash clothes because my laundry person is sick right now. Just hard to find good help these days. I swear it is. I had to take packages and drop them off at the post office because my package handler sick. So yeah, it's been tough around here for you, girl. Just can't keep workers healthy for nothing. All right, so this bib has a much smaller entryway, y'all. I forgot about that. I gotta get all these things pulled through. All right, so with the bib, I usually use oh god, what are the name of these things? I usually use snaps, not the cam snaps. I don't use cam snaps, even though did not think I bought a cam snap thingy this year sometime, but I've never ever used the cam snap. So I gotta figure that part out. But I do have metallic snaps. So that's probably what I'm gonna do with this, because I already know what I'm doing with it and I don't have to figure nothing out. So okay. So here is the towel for Bean. The bib rather. So let's now. I forgot about this part, y'all. This is slightly annoying. I used to have one of those long hooky thingies, and I don't know what I did with it, but I didn't particularly care for the long hooked bodkin. I think is what it's called, bodkin, something like that. I can't find it. And then I don't really care for them when I'm doing this type stuff, because it would grab the hook and it would grab the loops of the towel and pull them and pull the loops out. I didn't like that. So yeah, it's crazy. She said don't do him. Like, girl, he know, and been living it up too. So no, he hand and foot the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, however long it's been. He been sick. He been sick for a while, longer than I would care for. So this is gonna take me a minute, y'all. So my bad. I'm just apologizing ahead of time, because this towel is thick. This ain't the cheap towel, the cheaper towel. This is the one that's a little thicker. So it's gonna take me and my arthritic hands a minute to get this pushed through. And this finger, I broke my nail, so it's like not. I don't want to put no pressure on it because it hurts. All right. I don't know what I did with that thing. Probably need to order another one, because ain't no telling where it's at. Not in this junky studio. Okay. Oh, Leslie, that would be cool. I like like I loved making baby things. But life, among other things, took over, and so I couldn't. Let me see if I can get this to help me out a little bit, because I gotta pull and I can't pull myself. Hope I don't rip his stitches. But life, among other things, got in the way. There we go. Thank you. And I haven't been able to do baby stuff like I used to. And so I kind of stopped. But it's just, I know how I am, and because I deal with depression and probably a little bit of bipolar too, I ain't gonna lie. Might as well be live in my honesty. But I can not be in the frame of mind where I just don't have, see how it pulls that? That's the bar can used to do that too. But I cannot be in the frame of mind to be able to do things. Even if I want to, even if it's due, even if I need to get it done type situation. And that's really hard to live with. So I would have to, so at this point in time in my life, if somebody wants me to do something like this project for winter and rain, I told my daughter-in-law, I was like, look, you know how I am. I'll try and get it done. I don't know when I'm gonna get it done, but I'm gonna try and get it done. Just be patient with me. And that's usually the way I had to do it. I tell people just be patient, because if my brain couldn't handle working on it, then I just couldn't work on it. So I had to get out of doing stuff, because people have deadlines and I have to respect that with wanting their, little presents and baby bibs and stuff like that. So, and I'm not mad. It keeps me happier to just do it as a gift, and not like in this, she's not paying me for it. So it's like, if I have to take an extra 2-3 weeks to do it, then it's a gift. You're not paying for it. So I don't feel obligated. And it's sad that I have to do that, but I do. So, Miss Tibbs, if you do want to get to sewing again, there's a whole crew of folks in here that love to embroider. And I do this because I love to do it, not because I absolutely have to do it. So that makes it a little bit easier on me. Come on, fam. Hey, Kevin. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Do I? Of course I don't. Oh, yeah, I do. I got a different kind. Hold on. Excuse the fat arm. Thank you, Kevin. Holler. Thank you for the super chat. A wooden dowel? No, I don't. Yeah, I do. It's ridiculously long, though. You know, I can't even remember why I bought this stick, but it is a dowel. Let me see. Up. Here's the end. Bing. That's how long that is. That's crazy. All right, so let's see. Let's shove instead of pull. Up. I might be stuffing too much. Hold on. Ooh, I don't know. Yikes. That might have been too thick of a dowel. I don't know. I can't even get it to shove back up in there because I compacted it. Let me pull some of this out and we'll try it again. Let me pull some of this out. Girl, it don't help the arthritis in my hands. Just it don't like for me to grab. Like opening jars and stuff. It sucks. That's the part of me laugh. Okay, so my hand cramping up. My hand is cramping up now. Oh, hey, we pulling. We pulling. That was a big pull. So see, your weeding hook can come in handy for more than just weeding. Come on, fam. Oh, we're in the curve. That makes sense now. Okay. This is where it curves a little bit. So I was pulling more straight than I was at a curve. So sorry y'all got to watch me struggle, but it's all right. See, winter and rain's towel ain't gonna be as thick as Bean's towel was, so hopefully I can get theirs done faster. But y'all, my crazy son, when he got here and I showed him the spit spotters with the baby's name on it, I don't call him that. I know you don't, sir. That's why I made this one with the word bean on it. That's it. That's what I call him. I'm like, oh my God. You ain't your daddy's child. Yay. Okay. I think this is the end. Nope. There's a little smidge more. Ta-da! There we go. Yay. Flipping finally. Okay. So there's that. And now let's turn the rest of it inside out because that was the hardest part. Cyber trainer. Hey, Judy B. I sew sometimes and have used a dowel to help me out. Cool beans. Hey, Sam. How are you? Hey, Walk by Faith. How are you? Okay, y'all. That's why I say the other reason why I say the thinner towel is the better option. It doesn't present as nicely, but it's the better option. And knowing full well what we're using this for, it really shouldn't make a difference. So I know heat press. I know. I don't use you as much as I do with the rhinestones for this. there's that. Here's this corner. Oh, that's super cute. The brown is cute. Yay! Okay. None of my hands are really upset with me. This is like this particular bib, the 7x12, is for the little babies. So like this is should be perfect for Bean. Like he's just over a month. He's like a month and a week, or a month going on 2 weeks, something like that. So this should fit on him just fine for when he takes his little bottle and stuff like that. He's not eating yet, so his little neck should be okay to fit in here. Okay, should be. Now if he got a big head, he got a big head like his daddy, so I don't know, but you see I put Bean on there because that's what he calls him. And then I can top stitch this as well. So when I top stitch, it'll close this up, okay, and it'll stitch all along this whole thing, all the way around, right along the edge with the longest stitch that you can do with your sewing machine. Okay, and it's decorative and it's really pretty. And it'll close this up. Okay, so I'm gonna close it since the heat press just went off. I'm gonna close it with the hem tape first, and then later when I go to do the top stitch, it'll already be closed. And that way, if I decide I don't want to do the top stitch, it ain't that big of a deal because it's already closed up and I don't have to heat up the heat press again. So I'm gonna stick this in there just like so. Make sure that the hem tape ain't sticking out so it don't get on my heat press. And then let's press it. And that'll also, you know, smooth it out and get it nice and flat-ish. And then you can work with it pretty decent. Okay, so that was Beans. Oh, let's do the dooflachi. Hold on. Let's see. I have these colors. Let's grab this. So I don't know why I'm doing this because I know my crazy tail probably gonna drop it. But these are from when I was doing bibs before. These are my snaps. Okay, I would keep them in a drawer right there on my desk. Oh, see, that towel so thick it didn't even melt the glue. Hold on. Let's do it again to melt the glue and close this up. And I need my snap pliers. So let me grab those. I guess I can use these. I don't know where my original snap pliers are. Are they in the drawer? It used to be where I would keep them. It's in the drawer, but I don't see them. So I'm gonna have to use these. Did it melt that time? No, it did not. Back in you go, fam. Okay. So snap pliers are, is this the right one? No. So this particular pair of pliers, come with two different types of snap pliers. I think this is more for rivets. This end is more for the rivets because there's two holes on both sides and I don't want the rivets. I don't want to take these apart. Oh my gosh. Hopefully the other side will come out like it's supposed to. So I'm taking off these. Okay, it came out pretty decent. Because this side is, I have a pair for snaps, but I don't know where it is right now. I don't feel like looking. So I'm changing out the parts that close the snaps. I hope I got the right size too. I don't think about it because my other pliers were already set for the size that I use. So the way to tell if you have the right pliers. Oh, I'm missing a section. Hold on. Yeah, I'm missing a section. My bad. Here they are. Okay. The way to tell if you have the right pliers. So there's 4 parts to a snap, a metallic snap, metal snap. There's 4 parts. You'll need you'll need the snap, which I kind of want to say this, but I don't want to say it because I don't know if it's vulgar or not, but I don't consider it being vulgar. Oh, I'll just say it this way. Okay, so this part of the snap is the male end. Okay, so this is the male end because there's a protrusion there, right? So that's the male part. That's one part, but there's a channel on the back of it. I don't know how well you can see that. There's a circle in the middle and then there's a groove right in there. Okay, so to go up in there and hold this metallic snap in place, you need this ring with the teeth on it. Let's see if you can see the teeth. They're very sharp. They will stick you if you're not careful. It's just hard to show y'all stuff with this darn camera. Hold on. Ugh, just crazy. Okay, so see, it has the teeth. And the teeth have to go up into that ring, which you still can't see. Hold on. Come on, camera. Do a heifer solid, please. Do a heifer solid. It's hard in these YouTube streets. Okay. But anyway, there's a tire on the outside or a rim in there that those teeth have to go up into. And so the pliers, what they do is they go in there and they spread those teeth into that channel, and that's what locks those snaps in place so hard. Like you can put a snap in and it'll be really hard to get it out. You can get it out, but it's very hard to do. Okay, so this is the male part with the protrusion, right? So you need the female part, which looks just like the backside of the male part, but that's where the male part goes in. Okay, see how that has a part on the back just like the male part, but on the front, that's where your snap goes in. That's where the male part of the snap goes in. And on the back side of this, you need teeth to hold that one in place. Okay, so I need 2 sets of teeth, 1 male part, 1 female part. Okay, and that's how a snap is made. That's the mechanics of a snap. Now the female part or the male part, either one, you can substitute the teeth. You can substitute the teeth part, which that's this right there, with something decorative. Okay, so there are tons of options. See how there's teeth on the back of this one? There's teeth there, but on the front is the solid snap that most people are familiar with, but especially for babies. There's pearl, which is what I have a ton of. These are pearl snaps. See how there's blue on the front, but you see the teeth? So you can substitute either one. I would like to use this off-white pearl snap. I prefer pearl snaps because I think they're super cute. But there's a pearl snap. But in the event of like my winter and rain, see, I don't have purple. I'm about to stab somebody. Hold on. Who is this? Oh, I can't stab them because I don't know who they are. They're spam. But I don't have a purple and I don't have a teal. So I would probably use either the white pearl snap or I'll probably use those solid white metallic ones like I would in the past. Okay, so back to Bean and his bib that finally sealed. So I usually put the male part up at the top and then put the female part down here at the bottom. But it's up to you. It doesn't matter. There's not a wrong way to do it. You just have to keep in mind that this is thick. You're going through towel, you're going through stabilizer, you're going through the front fabric, and you're going through batting in the middle, right? So let's start with the male part. And like I said, here's the part with the protrusion, but I need the cover. So the cover, when it snaps closed, is going to be up here. So the off-white one is right here. So what I generally do is I'll put it right at the edge somewhere. Now with the bib pattern that this person has, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it very well at all actually, but she stitches a circle right here and a circle on this bib right in here somewhere to show you where you can put your snap. But I put it wherever the heck I want. So I don't really pay that no attention because to me that's too far back. So I'm going to put it a little further up. And what I generally do is I will kind of do my fingernail, and this part sucks for me because sometimes I've missed and pressed to try and get them teeth to come through. You can feel it. It's hard to see it, but you can kind of feel it through the towel. And I've pressed too hard and ended up with those teeth going up in the bed of my nail. Um, especially if your nails are short. So just be really, really careful doing this part. But you can kind of feel the teeth and where they are on the back side of this. All right. And then we need the male part. So I'm going to put that on here where I feel the teeth are, because you can't see them. It's through all that terry cloth and stuff. But I have it locked on. It's not sliding around. So here's the front part. Here's the back part, the male part. And so on this one, yeah, this is for the other side. Hold on. I'm going to take this part off because you got to have flat on one side. So I'm going to go with, where's the other one so I can make sure this is the right one. There's this one and there's, yeah, no. I want the widest one. Let me show you how this is narrow, but this is wide. So I want the widest one because I don't want a lot of surface pressure on this pearl part. The pearl will crack. So, all right. So this wide part on this side, I want to, the wide part on this side, is that any better? Don't look like it. Probably not. There we go. Okay. Okay. The wide part on this side is what's going to go, the pearl is going to face this one. But this side, see, there's a hole in there. That's where the male part of the snap fits in. So the male part is going to go in that hole to help hold these pliers where they're supposed to. Is this open all the way? It's not. That's partly why I was struggling and why I couldn't show you nothing. Oh my God. Okay, so that's going to go in that hole. And I got the wrong one because it's not going all the way in, but I don't care at this point because it's still going to work. And then on this side, it's crooked. You see how? Let's straighten it up. There we go. So now that's aimed at the hole. That's aimed flat up against that. That's down in the hole. And so when you squeeze, it's going to squish them together and those prongs are going to push and lock into the backside of the male part. But of course it didn't because this is super thick. Oh yeah, it did. Okay, see? And there you go. You got your snap and you got your cap. You snap and you cap. You snap and you cap. Okay. But you got to squish it. You got to put a little pressure on it. But the problem is with these pearl ones, they'll crack. Did it crack? It looked like it did crack. But if it cracks, you can get a flathead screwdriver and pry this apart, but it takes a lot of work. Okay. So now I'm going to do the other side, which you don't have to be as careful with the other side because the other side is all metal, so you don't have to worry too much about it. But if you use metallic not the pearl ones, then you don't have to be super careful anyways. Okay. All right, so now let's put the female part on. I need to put the prong part on. Let me make sure this is the right size because it looks like it might be too little, but nope, looks like it's right. Hopefully it's not too little. Let me see. Let's switch this to this one because that looked too little. And again, I'm going to press. The prong part is on the back. See the circle? So I'm just pressing, trying to get those prongs to break the surface of this fabric. There we go. There's one. You can barely see it. There's two. There's my prongs. Okay. And the reason I want them to break through is so that when I put this on, I know where to put this and it don't go on incorrectly. But like I said, it's kind of hard to do when the fabric is thick. All right, so now that I have that on, again, I'm going to use this, put this into the hole where the male part of the thing would normally go in, and the flat part on the back of this, and squeeze. And there we have a bib that can snap shut. Okay. And there's we got a bib for Bean. So Bean's bib, and I would show the whole set with the spit spotters, but his mom has them. But now he has him a bib that he can wear. And as that took entirely too long because I was explaining, that's that. So the other bibs, I might as well leave this out because the other bibs, I'm going to have to put snaps on those too and finish them up. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing today. Is I am making these bibs and these burp cloths and these spit spotters. So not super exciting, but it is definitely work. So I got more towel for if I wanted to do more brown for Bean or whomever. But rain and winter are getting the teal and the purple. I'm probably gonna do the purple again for my grandbaby. I can't remember what color I did her name yesterday. I need to look and see. But these are, kind of simple projects that you can do. Well, not the bib because that snaps. But if you wanted to do like some burp cloths only, that way you don't have to deal with snaps. And trying to pull through that thing because the bib, like I said, the bibs are small. They're not where did it go? The neck size is kind of little. That's not super big. So when Bean put it on, he only gonna be able to wear it but so long. And then, this is kind of over and done with. Whereas the burp cloth and the little spit spotters will last them forever, because even the burp cloth can be used later to clean up stuff or whatever. So you cannot opt to not do the bibs and just do burp cloths and the spit spotters, and that would still be a super cute gift set if you wanted to. Because the most important thing as far as the parents are concerned is they're custom with their names. And if you even go a step further and customize with their colors, the favorite color of the parents, then you definitely have, a set that they will just lose their minds on and all that kind of jazz. So that's why one of the things that I did love about doing custom gifts, especially for the babies and the baby showers and stuff, because like I told y'all, showing out at the baby shower was like top notch stuff I love to do. Because it's not everybody can't embroider. So to throw some embroidery on custom for a baby is like a really cool present to give that most people can't. They just go to the Walmart or whatever and buy a gift, but yours is usually going to stand out. So there's that. All right, so this was for Bean. And I can use this leftover fabric right here for spit spotters. I was going to show you, well, I can still show you that part, but I also used to make Binky Leashes. Let's see. Let me grab this down. I used to also make Binky Leashes, y'all. Look at this mess. No, Binky Leashes all over the place. Clips. So these are all clips for the Binky Leashes. Clips for the Binky Leashes. So I would make Binky Leashes as well. I don't have brown for Bean. Bean does need a Binky Leash. So I could probably make him a black one. And winter and rain, I could probably make them one because I got purple and teal. So I could probably do that. And then like I said, my other grandbaby. Oh, I got 2 shades of purple. Look at me. So yeah, that's where the baby's booty came from. You know, used to make baby stuff and loved doing it. Oh, so when I was at Walmart, I happened to think about something because ironically, whenever I made oh yeah, I found that fabric too. I forgot. I was gonna make something with that. Oh well. When I made Binky Leashes, what I would do ordinarily is I would hold on, let me put this to the side so I don't knock it down. I would buy the flannel for the bibs and the burp cloths. And then let me put my ruler up. And then I would buy, where is it? Oh, here it is. Is that it? No, that's still flannel. I would buy the cotton. I can't find it right now. But I would buy the cotton version of this fabric because in most instances at Walmart, because this ain't it, but in most instances at Walmart, they sell the flannel and they also sell the cotton that matches it exactly. So I would get the cotton and then I would fold it like bias tape basically, but make it to fit these holders. And that's what I would do to make the Binky Leashes. And then I found this bias tape today and I'm like, this looks like this might be wide enough. Now, I don't know because I just bought it on a whim and I didn't bring it home. I mean, I didn't have one of these with me to see if it would fit, but it looks like it will. So if that's the case, I'm pretty sure it will, y'all. Look, yep, it does. Ooh. So this is how I would, I mean, I don't even have to use the cotton to make the Binky Leash. So the other cool thing about this revelation for me anyways is when I looked at the packaging for this fabric, for this bias tape, it says it's 55% polyester and then 45% cotton. So I could theoretically, like if I couldn't find the cotton part mate to this, I could technically like scan this in and sublimate it onto this, or I could sublimate the baby's name and put it in the color or something. There's all kind of ways you could spin this. Only thing to keep in mind though is because it's 55% polyester, it's not going to sublimate super dark and vibrant like this. It'll be a lighter version. It'll still match, but it'll be a lighter version of this fabric. Okay, so we can make Binky Leashes out of bias tape, y'all. So I could have found some brown bias tape and just did a Binky Leash with the brown to match the towel on the back. Purple, teal, whatever. So just if you can find, I'm pretty sure this is 1 inch. This is double fold. No, it's just under an inch, 8.75 inches wide. So if you find some bias tape, and then you can grab some of these, I think off of Amazon. I'm pretty sure they're still on Amazon. I'm pretty sure that's where I got them from. More than positive, that's where I got them from. So yeah, you can definitely do that, and then make you some more stuff. So you can do a Binky Leash, you can do a burp cloth, you can do a even though the Binky Leashes are not in the hoop embroidery, but it's not hard to stitch them because to me this was like the most time consuming part, and you just stitch it closed, or you can do stitch witchery again. You really can. There's you can make this so easy until it's just not even funny. So this is for Bean. That's going to be separate. So I'm going to set that right there. This is his towel. Set that right there. So winter and rain, I'm going to just hang out now at this point. Not really going to do instructional too much of anything at this point because I done showed you pretty much everything except for the burp cloth part of the set. But I think I'm going to play with the sublimation on this at some point and do Binky Leashes. But here's Rain and Winter's Do Flachi. I need to make another one. So they'll have two. So what I'm thinking is 2 of these, 2 burp cloths, and a Binky leash per kid. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. So that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. And I need to check and make sure I got enough fabric unless y'all want to. Oh, no. I said I was going to do this. So Winter and Rain both get one of these. And then they get one of these. So that the fabric's not exactly the same. Is that doing too much? I think that's doing too much. Let me think. No, I'm going to do a burp cloth for each kid in this fabric, but with the purple towel. Then I'm going to do the polka dot for each kid with the towel of their color on the backside of this with their name in that color. So that way they'll have 2 of these, 2 of the polka dot, and then a Binky leash. I think that's what we finna do. Okay. Because I really want to use this fabric. This fabric is super cute. I love polka dots. It's super cute and universal. That was the other thing. It's super universal. So let's slide that to the side, slide to the left, slide to the right. Okay, so let's grab this and we're gonna go, what's that? 6, 5.5. Okay. So these are for the spit spotters. And then I will, while the spit spotter is stitching, I will try and get what's the name of these things? Burp cloths going. I'm gonna try. If I can't get my thoughts and stuff together, I should be able to pull this off. Okay. Let's move this out the way back here in the cut. I'm gonna set that there because I'm gonna be coming to that in a minute. All righty. Hey, Debbie. Thank you. Leslie said, I can never do too much for the babies. I know, right? Sure. That's the thing, though. The way my mind is set up, sometimes I can do too much. And then I'll be jacked up the next day. Okay. So, I need white. So let's take this off. Put the white on. Let's go here. Let's go here. Can we get you to work so that I don't have to fool with you? Oh, it worked. Yay. All right. And so, oh my gosh. You know what I thought of? I'm going to have to go through and program these chaps' names all over again. Okay. That's Nori. Make sure that's salvage. Oh, I need, what's the face? There we go. Okay, there's that. Make sure, yep. And then here's this. So the batting goes on first, then the fabric, and then let's quilt. So this will be for the next one, or either rain or winter, whichever one we do next. Dagnabbit. I have to think about these Binky Leashes. Because I could do it out of flannel too, but I don't necessarily want to. And it'll be thicker if I did flannel. I don't want it thick. So. Hey, Miss Becky. Yeah, I'm just doing some embroidery. Nothing super fancy, just having some fun. Working. Oh, I'm supposed to have this bib going too. I mean, Burp cloth. Trying to get some stuff done for the babies. Two of them are for grandbabies, and two of them are for a request for my daughter-in-law, for her siblings, her nieces and nephews, or nieces rather. So I'm doing something for someone as a gift. What did I do with I need my hoop, top part of my hoop. And I have set it down. Oh, here it is. All right, so that's let's start with purple. Who is purple? Purple is winter. So I gotta back out of this again. Let's go to names. Let's go to that. Let's go to W. What happened to the I? All right, so winter is purple. Yes, Miss Becky, that is where this channel started. That is for certain. Especially for the little machines. Oh no, did I break it? I hope I didn't break that. It does not make sense for that to be so fragile. Okay. Let's do her name, and then over here we need a bib. I mean a burp cloth. Well, I guess I can start with this one. I was going to start with the animals, but I don't have to. What is it? Oh my God. Him in that TV show, I swear. Okay. So we'll go over here. And I need, I think I'm going to do, because this is all I have left. And that sucks. So I'm going to switch to using flannel on the inside of the burp claws. Especially since it has something on it. Nice. All right, so that's done. Oh, you know what? I gotta put those colors over here. That kind of sucks. Okay, so I gotta set that up. All right, so now that that's done, I gotta go back because her name is there and pull up. Oh, that's why. And then purple, so her towel. This one is my PE 900. And the other machine that I'm using over there is the Brother, yikes, I can't remember. It's the 6 needle. I can't remember what Blessing is. But Blessing is over here, off camera, unfortunately. Which one? Yeah, that one is Bean. That's Elijah. That's not the right one. That's not the right one. Did I put it on here? I don't know that I even put it on here. Nope, I didn't put it on here. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, no, I gotta put it on there. I did program, even though I guess I could do the same thing for these crazy kids. Let's see. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. I'm gonna do the same thing. Whoops. Where's the one that said baby? I think this is it. Oh, that's Elijah. Baby. Okay. Oh no, this is the wrong thing. Hold on. Dag nabbit, y'all. I'm sorry. Give me a sec. This is. Oh, you know what? I can just do this. That's right. Okay. Okay. Craziness when you're using more than one machine at a time, y'all. I swear. Let's see. All right. Hey, honey bunny. All right. So here's this. Let's grab stabilizer. Because every project you should be using some form of stabilizer. Every project. Doesn't matter what project it is. So let's get some stabilizer on here. And then we will do the next one. Come on. There we go. And the next one is for rain. We'll do the same thing. So let's change the thread and that needs to go on the other machine anyway. So I'm going to do her burp cloth. Okay, and so we're going to put the batting down. And then now we'll do our quilting. And while this is quilting, we're going to turn this one inside out. Hey, Victoria's Creation. Hey, Miss Parker. Hey, Picture Me Crafting. I might have to go back up in the chat. Hey, Precious Pieces, how are you? Hey, Jennifer Hancock. Miss Merlinda, which machine quiet? Is that heading over yonder? That brother, the 6 needles, will hit on the loud side. Now, ordinarily, I would, especially this time of year, if I were doing these for, like I said, baby shower or whatever, I would go to Walmart. Nah, not this time of year. After, so like the 26th, 27th, 28th, something like that. I would go to Walmart and grab up their um, t-shirt boxes, you know, the gift boxes that are made for like shirts that would fit a burp cloth perfectly. So you could get, you know, the little gift boxes and lay the burp cloth and put these as a set inside and wrap it up and give it to them for the baby shower and just stock up on those gift boxes for that purpose. I used to keep a ton of gift boxes so that I could put the baby shower stuff in them and not have to run out and get anything to put the gift in. So you could possibly do that. All right, so this is for rain. Now I gotta do rains, and I gotta do rains over there. No, winter. Winter is over there. I'm gonna do winters. I'm gonna press that. I should have put the what's a face in it. Okay, so let's back out of this. Okay, so let's go here, here, and this is rain. So R A I N E. And I'm gonna put it right there. Let's go embroidery. And now let's put her teal on here. Nope, that did not work. I'm gonna do it the hard way. All right, there's that. Here's hers squished, and I didn't put the stuff in there, so I gotta put the stuff in there and put it back on the heat press. And then after I'm done with all of them, that's when I'm gonna bust out the sewing machine and top stitch all of these. I'm not gonna do it with each one like I did last night. All right, so I need, who is that? Winter. I need to get Winter put on the machine over here. So give me a moment while I am off camera tying off this thread. There's some scissors right here. Whoops. I'm knocking thread down. Okay, so there's that. All right, so this is winter over here. Is OW. Okay. Nice. Okay. All right, so that's winter with her color thread. That's rain. And now I need her teal colored fabric. It's already cut. Oh. Hey, Cassandra. Oh, nice. Hey, Victoria. Making gifts for the babies. Making gifts for my grandbabies and for my daughter-in-law nieces. So she requested a gift. And I obliged. This one. Yep. All right, so that's that one. Yep. And then after that, that one should be finishing up. If you're new to embroidery, give me a holler in the chat. Let me know if you're new. Actually, instead of if you're new, let me know if you've been embroidering for years. That's old school folks in me. I've been embroidering for 12 years. Those, how long if you've been embroidering for me? Nobody knows what you've been embroidering. Didn't know that. Oh, I overlooked it. Go up, back in. If you're new to embroidery, in the hoop embroidery is a super fun way to get introduced to the world of embroidery. Because the embroidery machine does all the hard work for you. Especially once you learn the basics of in the hoop embroidery, like turning fabric or knowing when to when you need to flip and when you need to embroider on the back side, when you embroider on the front side, as far as reading the instructions and knowing what they're saying. Once you get that down, you'll be good with in the hoop. Breaking needles. I mean, a lot of times breaking the needles, that could this part. Breaking needles a lot of times is either your stabilizer isn't, as long as your stabilizer is tight, right? And your whatever it is that you're embroidering is nice and tight. Because again, as I was trying to explain earlier, the needles that you use, they're flexing as the hoop is moving around, and that'll break a needle if it's flexed and that fabric isn't being held tight, held down flat, because it'll throw off the timing. But it's unintentional, it's not mechanical. So you got to make sure that your fabric is nice and tight, it's not flexing around, because if that needle can't come up at that fabric nice and clean, then it is going to break the needle. So it's either that breaks the needle, or what's the facing that breaks the needle. What's the facing meaning? My brain just lost what I was trying to say. It's either your stuff isn't tight enough in the hoop, or it's nesting. That's what I was trying to say. Nesting, or your it's not threaded correctly. That will definitely break a needle. Hey, Dennis. Welcome in, my dear. Welcome. The needles have to be respected. The threading, bobbin and up top, has to be respected. They both have to be threaded properly. Because that's one thing about an embroidery machine, a sewing machine, what's the other kind that has like 4 different thread spools on it? I can't think right now, y'all. I'm tired and I need to eat. But serger. All of these machines rely on timing, and everything has to be done just so. If it's not done just so, then you will have issues with your sewing. That's just the way all of them are. Now, the old school kind of sewing machines, you might have could have missed a step, missed a tension bar or something like that, tension disc, but not these newer ones. These new machines, and when I'm talking about old, I'm talking about like the really old cast iron type sewing machines. Those sewing machines you can beat up and beat down, but these newer ones, things have to be threaded properly. You have to follow every single thing. A matter of fact, let me show that, because that's something a lot of times folk don't realize, all of the pieces to what you have to do to make sure that this thing is threaded like it's supposed to be. And then later on, I can cut it and turn it into a short. Holler. Multitasking for the win. Okay, so the burp cloth over there is done. Winter's burp cloth is done. So I'm going to take that off of the 6 needle here in a minute. But meanwhile, I'm going to press this close for rain. Here's Winter's. Her polka dot one. The thread is purple to match the purple on the back. Super cute. It turned out adorbs. Let me grab this. And then I'm going to cut the camera on for the other camera so I can show you about threading the machine. Especially for those that are new. There's rings. Yeah, everything has to be just so. Hang on, let me cut this camera on. I forgot I brought the thing over here. Oh, whoops. Y'all seeing my junkie? Oh, Jesus, that was embarrassing. I don't care. All right. So let's do this, and then let's do, can't see. Sorry. This. Okay. What people fail to realize, when they're threading these machines, they have to be threaded every single step. Okay. So you got to put your thread on, and notice how Here's up and here's down. So you really need to make sure that whatever thread it is that you're getting is a top loaded kind of a thread, like it comes off the top. So you can have some where it stands up on a sewing machine, but on this one, it needs to come off the top evenly. And that's where you see how it's slanted and crisscross and stuff. That's the better thread for it coming off the top. Whereas, let's show you the alternative. This can work. See how this is all straight, not the part where I wound it back up, but see how right in here, this is all straight up and down. This is better suited for coming off this way. You can use it this way, but that's why also on some of these, it has that notch at the top where you can hold your thread until you use it again. The problem with that is sometimes if you're using it this way on a machine like this, it's going to pull off the top and it'll catch in that little nick that's supposed to be holding your thread in place for you, but it's going to catch on that as it comes off the top. Because let me see if I can't get this to work. Hold on. Whoops. Let's set this down. So, well, since you want to be pointed that way. So, if I pull this off, notice how it's coming around. See, it's rubbing. It's going to rub around that entire rim. See how that's coming off like that? See how that's coming off and rubbing that rim? So if it has a nick in there to catch that thread so that when you're done, you just clip it right up in there and it stays, then as you're embroidering and it's going super fast, it's going to catch that nick and then it's going to bind. And that will cause bird nesting. That will cause needle breaking because the needle is down there trying to pull this thread and it's not going to be able to pull it. So the needle will flex and it'll break. So you got to make sure that there's nothing binding or catching this thing. Now, if you want to use this kind, let me show you what you can use in order to use this kind. Okay. So notice here's this. They also have these that come with the machine. These are spool caps. So it fits right here. It's made for this machine and it fits right here on this spool pin. And see, it fits right on there. Now that's not made for this kind of spool, but that's why this spool has a little teeny neck up here at the top, as opposed to this one that has the big wide. So look, when you put that spool cap on, see, that's going to hide and cover where that nick is in the top of this spool of thread. So this will help guide and keep your thread from catching in that nick. So when we put this one on, let me see if I can do this a certain way because I need this to stay on. I don't want to have to take that off. Okay. So notice you put this on, right? And then you put the spool cap on. Just like so. Bloop. And so now when it comes off, this is bigger than the neck of the thread. So this is going to be what that thread rubs against, and it'll help keep it from catching in that neck. That's what these spool caps are for. And it holds your thread back here as well, so that as it's coming off, your thread ain't bouncing all over the place, because that can throw your tension off too. Okay, so let's take that back off and go back to your thread. So if you, couple of things, if you find out that your thread is binding and I threaded it right, I can't figure out why. If it breaks needles and you done broke another needle, check this first. Check this first, please. Because there's a couple of things that could happen. Number one, look at how this is. Here's the thread. It's on there, but look back here. This isn't going to, if my thread is back and it gets up under this spool, it's going to bind and it's going to break a needle because it's not supposed to be back behind this. So make sure that when you go to thread, no thread is wrapped around that spool pin. Make sure that your thread is above the spool pin and above the spool of thread. Okay, so I do see that now my thread is coming off the top, so it'll go. And you don't really want this hanging, but it is what it is. A way to fix that sometimes is to pull from down here. I don't really recommend doing that, but whatever. So here's the spool, here's the thread. To thread this machine, let me hold this a little bit better because I want to make this into a short. and I don't want it to look ratchet. All right, so to thread this machine, it has to come off of the top of the spool. It has to go around this where it says number 1. See how it's showing you to go around? That's number 1. Then you take the thread down. That's number 2. Matter of fact, let's do it all the way over. Let's do it all the way over. Let's go darker so that you can see better. Oh, and I'm going to show you something else too real quick. Look. A lot of times what people don't know is, see how, come on, fam, incorporate. Okay. See how this spool is? Embroidery thread, look at it. See, it's caught, so you just pull that down, and see, now it opens. It's a little channel, and that's strictly to save your thread. And now you can get your thread out. To put it back, and you wind it right back in that little channel. That sticker is not supposed to be there. You don't want anything that's going to grab your thread. But you put it back in that little channel. There's a groove right there. See that groove? That groove is just to catch the thread as you bring it down. It ain't wanting to work right now because I ain't catching it right. But it catches and holds the thread. See how it caught the thread right then? So that you can go around, wind it, and then pop it back closed. And now you don't have to worry about your threads coming loose. Okay? Another little FYI is what that was. Okay, so let's take our darker thread so that you can see it better. Let's put this back on the machine. Yeah, thread stand can work too. Okay, so our thread is on. Here's our thread. It's coming off the top. It's not down at the bottom of the thing. So let's go around number 1. All right, we're going around number 1. Then we're going to go down and up under this hook. So go around that, down, back up. See, number 2 is pointing in that channel. So you're going to take your thread and go all the way up and around through that channel, all the way around. And then notice C is pointing down. So we want to go down. Here's 3. So we want to go around this little U right here. So all I did was just go right around behind this stick. Eventually you'll learn to feel the glide of the thread. And then number 4, see, it's going like this, and it doesn't look like you can see anything. But if you go up and then over and around, there's a little hook in there that's really hard to see. I can show it to you better on my sewing machine. But there's a hook, and you need this to catch that hook, right? And then you go down and see it says number 5, go straight down. But look right there. People miss this number 6. They miss that number 6 right there. That's important too. That's the needle. That's the thread guide bar. So you want to get it behind. Let me come right in here. You want this to go behind that bar, just like that. Hold on. Let me get it because I don't have any tension on it because I'm holding the camera. Let me see if I can't sit this right here like that. Watch it slide because it's wanting to be a jerk today. And do its own thing. There we go. Yay. Okay. So you want this to go behind that bar. Let me just hold it right here and do it the way I always do it. Did I get that caught? Yes, I did. Lord. See, pop right behind that. It has to go in there. And then number 7 is the thread, the needle threader. So we're going to go right there. And then over here is number 8, which technically it don't really count, but this cuts the thread, bloop, just like that. And then all you should have to do is pull this lever down, and it should thread that needle. But mine is acting up because I think either my needle is not in there, it is not high enough or something, but it did thread it that time. And so you just grab that little loop back there and pull, and now your needle is threaded. Okay. So number 1, come up on here. Number 2, go into that channel to 3, down. Number 4, back up around. Why does that say 3 right there? Sorry, I said number 4. Start over. Lord Jesus. Go right here. That's 1. Down and around and up is 2. Come back down. all the way down into this channel is going to 3, up and around number 3, up to number 4. Pull the thread to this way and pull the thread around to that way to catch that hook. And back down to number 5, which is going straight down to number 6. Get behind that needle bar and then right up into this little crevice right here. Go up in there for number 7. Slide that thread back around into this channel right here up above the number 7 to lock it in place. And then you come around here to the side, trim the thread, pull this down, and boom, you got yourself a threaded machine. Okay. Number 6 needed a trick to get it easier. Yeah. Generally what I do for getting it behind that needle bar. Let me see if I can't do it. Generally for me, when I'm threading and having stuff, one of the things you can do is once you get it here, once you've done number 3, number 4, and straight down for number 5, at this point, you can drop your presser foot. And what that'll do is it'll hold tension on that thread. See, I can't pull this thread. It's locked into place. Because when you have your foot up, that's the other thing. Make sure your foot is up when you're threading your machine every single time. Your foot has to be up when you're threading the machine. It has to be. Because right in here for sure, right in there somewhere, back up in behind here, and I think even right up in there, there are clamps that sandwich. They're open like this when the foot is up, but once you close that foot, it locks down on that string, on that thread, and holds it in place so that you can't pull it. So yeah, I can barely pull this thread. So I'm pulling it and it's barely moving because now it's going to use the tension of the machine to advance your thread. So you can, to help make it easier to thread that, you can put your foot down, drop it, and that'll give you enough tension on that thread to go back behind here and pull it without it pulling out of the spool. See, I just clipped it right in place with one hand. So you might can try that. The only problem is, no, you should still be able to thread your needle. So then you go back up in this groove right here, and then right up above number 7, click it in place, cut your thread, and then come down. And boom, that needle is threaded. See that? The thread is in that needle. And that's how you thread the machine for the top. That's the top. You have to follow all of those steps. Now the second part is down here. This is your bobbin thread. You need both. Okay. The bobbin is just as important, if not more important, than your top thread. So for your bobbin thread, you got to notice certain things with this machine. Look right here. When you're threading the bobbin, notice how this thread is going. It's saying take this thread and go this way around the bobbin. And what's going to happen is going to spin and it's going to fill up the thread this way. And that's what how this is. Okay. See how the thread looks just like right there? This is the loose thread coming around and it's going to wound this way. Okay. So then look down here. See how it's saying the thread needs to come off this way and then go that way. See that? It's going off this way and then going that way. So you can't let me show it this way. See how my thread is coming off this way? You cannot put your bobbin in this way. That'll break a needle. That'll cause bird nesting. It has to be this way. Make sure if that's what your machine tells you, your graphics should tell you how to load this stuff. And looking at this picture is telling you to come off and go that way. So that's what we want to do. See, it's coming off this way. I'm going to drop it in just like it says to do. And then notice it's saying come like this and go that way. So we're going to come off like that, go up under this little lever here, bring it around. See, it's telling you to go around this way. And then go up in this channel. So you had thread going in that channel just like that. And see, it says come around here with this arrow. And then there's a little blade right there at the very end that will trim your thread. And that's it. That's all you got to do. And then put the cover back on. Boom. So if your machine is saying thread it the other way, then you need to thread it the other way. Another thing that can mess you up with tension and with breaking needles and stuff is the wrong size bobbin. If you put the wrong size bobbin in there, it will tear you up. So I'm going to give you another tip of something else I like to do. If I'm having issues with my tension or something like that, like if I've been stitching all day and I go to change my bobbin, and now all of a sudden the bobbin, you know, my stitching is acting up and all this other stuff, and all I did was change the bobbin, either your bobbin isn't threaded correctly, because sometimes even pre-wound bobbins can be wound incorrectly. So either your bobbin is not wound correctly, take the bobbin out and try another one, throw that one away, try another one, see if that helps. Also, make sure this is wound correctly, meaning not wound threaded correctly. Make sure you followed all the channels and got it in there the way it's supposed to. Those are simple things that you can do that don't cost a whole lot to try and make sure that your machine is running the way it's supposed to. But it's usually a process of elimination. If you've been stitching all day and haven't had an issue, what changed? What changed? Did you change the fabric? Did you just change to put the new hoop on? Did you change stabilizer? Did you change thread? Because sometimes your thread can be bad too. If your thread is old or if your thread is not wound properly, and that has nothing to do with you. Like if you go and buy some knockoff thread from somebody or whatever, it might just be a bad spool of thread. I've had that happen. Pull some of the thread off until it comes off easier. Cut that extra thread off and try and thread it again and try and stitch again. So just check. Those are the little things that you can do to, you know, try and make yourself less stressed out because something isn't stitching right, something's not going right. And sometimes you just need to walk away. Sometimes. Just like no, that's right. This is right. So okay, so now let me I forgot I put the baby's name on this one but didn't reload the burp cloth so I can finish it and put the towel over the top. This one needs the purple towel. So I gotta get the purple towel. All right. So let me get purple towel and take it over there. And get this one stitched. Finish this one so that you can see the burp cloth come out from over here. Get the fabric out the way. So that's all I'm working on today. Nothing, again, nothing super fancy. Just trying to make these gifts for the babies, because I kind of felt bad when I actually thought about it. Let's see, clothes, and I want this to be step number. I mean, not step, color number 5. But I kind of felt bad when I thought about it because I was like, I hadn't made custom bibs or burp cloths for either grandbaby yet. And so kind of was like I needed to get that done, and I hadn't done it. So I felt bad, and especially after I was holding the baby and he threw up, and all I had was Kleenex to wipe him. I'm like, I'm supposed to have a burp cloth. What in the whole world? Hey, Sister Karen. Yes, this is the new PE 900. I don't have the PE 800 anymore. Hopefully this will be done. All right. And so goes the tomfoolery. Because I walked away from it to take a bite of my food. And look, I got the towel stitched in there. So there's a couple of ways I can do this. Even though this is to the inside, so... Oh, wrong scissors. I might can be all right. I'm going to have to check and see. Yeah, that should be all right. Can't walk away from an embroidery machine, y'all. I swear. You cannot. It will come back to haunt you every single time. Okay. I'm gonna make it work because it is what it is. Hey, Carol DeLone. All right. So that's what happens when you try to shortcut. Same principle applies even for a big burp cloth. You don't want to cut too close to your stitch line, even though over there I'm gonna have to break that rule because I walked away from the machine. All right. And after this, I think I'm going to call it a night because I do need to eat. I haven't eaten yet. Oops, I cut too close right there. I hope that this does not rip on me. I'm going to be really sad if it does. All right. So, and then it kind of shifted on me right there too, but I think I can fudge it. So, PE 900, yes. This is my PE 900. It is a 5x7 embroidery only machine. Yes, 5x7. Now, this was not. This was done on the 6 needle over there. But the little spit spitters that I made earlier, these were done on the 5x7. Spit spotters. I keep saying spit spitters, spit spotters. I don't know why I called it that, but I did. And the link is in the description for these files right here. I don't have the link for this because I don't know who made it. Someone, ORM is the initials on the file, but it doesn't have the full name. And if I'm remembering correctly, like I said earlier, it was One Something Mama. I don't think it was One Righteous Mama, but it was One Something Mama is where I bought this file from. And I cannot for the life of me remember who it was. I wish I did so that I could post, the link to her stuff in the description if she still has it. Because some people just kind of walk away from it all. Okay, there we go. The name is in the chat. Oh, I missed it. So I have to go back and check. And then when I walked away, one of the threads from the other needle got caught in there. There's a red thread, so I'm going to have to trim that. Not trim it, but pull it out. The 1900, yeah, 1900 is nice too. Okay, so here is the burp cloth. Let me get this thread out of here because that does not belong. And so here is Winter's burp cloth. How cute is that? It's quilted. perfect size to lay on the shoulder. See, just lay it on the shoulder, burp the baby, and go on about your business, because this can be totally thrown into the washing machine, washed over and over again. And I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna top stitch this closed and stitch all the way around, top stitch it so that it'll always stay nice and flat when they wash it. It shouldn't, you know, puff out or anything like that. What did I do with the hem tape? I'm gonna set it somewhere. I got stuff everywhere, y'all. It's crazy. This is what happens when I sew or embroider. Oh, here it is. When I sew or embroider, I have crap everywhere. It's annoying, but that's a part of it. All right, so let's put some hem tape in there. Close this up. Is the heat press? Nope, it's not going. I have to cut it back on. All right, and so I just have to make another one for Rain, with the teal towel on the back of hers. This one is for winter, and then because they already have their spit spotters right here. The link to the spit spotters is in the description. I already said that. I'm gonna think about it. Okay, so here is the matching. Oh, Cassandra Mayberry, thank you so much for the super chat. Hi, man. Yes, honey. Yeah, you have to be detailed. That's the crazy thing with, you know, a lot of these projects, especially embroidery in the hoop, you have to be detailed, because if you miss a step and then everybody looking around like, this isn't working, it doesn't look like yours. So here's the spit spotter. That's just for dabbing the little mouth or whatever, something simple, but this is, you know, the bigger burp cuff. And then of course, if you wanted to, you could make the matching bib with the same fabric, but I'm not going to make bibs for these babies because it's a lot turning this part. I'm not doing that again. So they'll just have to have their own bibs. And like I said, this 7x12 hoop in the hoop bib is kind of little. It's for the little teeny ones. So I don't know how old these babies are. And I don't want to make something that it's, you know, go through all of that to make something that they're just not going to be able to use again for a while. So there's that. I refuse. So I'm not even going to make it for my own grandbaby no more. That was it. I haven't tore up my hands enough. So yeah, there's that. All right, you guys. So I appreciate you coming to hang out. This was fun. Get order. It is 6:06. I don't even know how long I've been on. I just came from Walmart and was like, you know what? Let me show them what I'm doing. Especially for the bigger stuff. Because I didn't do the bigger stuff the other day. And oh, I left my trackball. The other day was a rougher day anyways. So it works out to do this today. But sublimating the in the hoop is like bee's knees, man. It really is. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's do this. And let's do this. Yeah. In the hoop is my all-time favorite for embroidery. And honestly, in my opinion, in the hoop can be easier for new people who are just starting out because everything is done for you, as opposed to, oh man, that's what else I meant to get when I was out and I forgot. So I have another gift idea of something that I want to do, and it's kind of like embroidering on a blanket in a way. And embroidering on this, I think is going to be, it's the placement more so is going to be the most stressful part. It's figuring out the best placement for the embroidery. But at any rate, in the hoop, you don't have to worry about placement. You don't have to worry about, is it up too high? Is it down too low? Because everything is built into the program. The only time you would have to really be concerned with that is like I did, where I added the name myself outside of the software program, and used the machine to do it. So I had to gauge where to put the name because it was done separately. But other than that, In the Hoop is so easy. So easy. And especially like Designs by Little B. She has tons of In the Hoop stuff that are so easy to make. And she has a lot that are 4x4 friendly as well. So definitely check her out. But other than that, In the Hoop, honestly, for my opinion, is the way to go when you're new to embroidery. So, hey, Sylvia. So y'all are welcome. I appreciate y'all hanging out. It was fun. I have been on here for 3 hours and 22 minutes. Oh my gosh. Did not know that. Yeah, that Bib. The Bib was not my friend. It was not my friend. Now the little things, the spit spotters and stuff. Okay, so that's the other thing about In the Hoop. In most instances, you'll have to flip stuff inside out. So if you have issues with dexterity, especially in your hands, well, then In the Hoop might be a little bit of a struggle, especially for the smaller machines, the 4x4. Those can be a bear to turn stuff inside out. But I mean, like, look at this. Look, I made this change purse. I don't know how long ago I made him. He's a little Yeti. And this is a Designs by Little B change purse. And look at how super cute he is. Like, oh my God. He was so adorbs that I made no less than 3-4 of these for myself. That don't include what I made for other people. And he's full of change. And his counterpart somewhere in my bedroom is full of change too. And it's like, that's what I used him for. He's in the hoop. All of this was done on the embroidery machine. Nothing done outside of the embroidery machine. I got a whole book bag full of stuff that was done in the hoop. Where is that book bag at? Right there. These are my In the Hoop projects. A lot of In the Hoop projects. Some are not, some are. But usually when I do a project, I try to keep stuff so that I can show stuff. So like this teddy bear is in the hoop. He was super cute. He was in the hoop. Now don't ask me to remember where all I did these in the hoop. I don't remember where he was. I think he might have been Etsy. I think he was in Etsy in the hoop. Here's another one. He was in the hoop. Even though part of him was done on the sewing machine. The little appendages putting these, I think, were done on the sewing machine. That wasn't in the hoop. I think I made this one. I gotta look, but this in the hoop coaster. This in the hoop. How cute is that? Another little change purse. And it was like this because the fabric that I used was made like this. This was a placemat that I got from Hobby Lobby. And it already had that thread embellishment right there. And the fabric was already cream up top and pink below. So that's in the hoop. What else? Oh, this was in the hoop. It's kind of beat up because I haven't put anything in it. I need to put something in it to hold its shape. But this little change purse was in the hoop. Look at him. He's super cute. Let me show you a better one. This one is beat up. Darn, that one's beat up too. It's squished in the bag. Maybe I can put something in it, straighten it out. Hold on. Let's see if this is too big. No? Yeah, this is too big. Yeah, that's too big. I'd have to stuff something in here so that you can see it better. But it is adorable. It really is. Let me see if something like this will fit. No. Yeah, that might fit. Hold on. There we go. Super cute. OMG. OMG. So that little change purse right there, that was in the hoop. I don't know why the light is so bright over here. This a little purse. That was in the hoop. Pot holder, snowman pot holder in the hoop. So you can just stick your hand in here and grab the pot, supposedly. That was in the hoop. Mirror in the hoop. Oh, here we go. It's another version. I put poop bags in it. So there's the purse again. See? There's the purse. You need rivets to do this one though. Once it's done stitching in the hoop, you gotta add rivets and other stuff. But that's in the hoop. Of course, keychains, always. More coasters that look like pie in the hoop. Potato chip bags in the hoop. All of these, I've pretty much done these on this channel. A purse, leather in the hoop. There's a purse. The lining is not the cutest, but this is in the hoop. More chip bags in the hoop. Let's see. What else I got in here? Oh, hand sanitizer holders in the hoop. Tons of those. I've done. I mean, just all kinds of stuff in the hoop. All kinds of stuff. Some stuff I've given away. Some stuff I've kept. Keychains out the yin yang. Patches. Most of my patches are behind me though. So, but yeah, that's that. That's pretty much what we've done on this channel in the hoop. Another keychain. What these keys too? I don't know what these keys are to. But anyway, another keychain. So yeah, I got a whole ton of stuff. I need to find that out. That I've done in the hoop. And I try to keep everything, especially if it's super cute. But even the mistakes I keep because I learn from them. And you can't grow if you don't learn. Learn from your mistakes. So anyway, that crayon video a million times and still hadn't tried yet. Well, we need to do it then. Was that a 5x7? I think that was a 5x7, fam. Hold on. More than positive that was a 5x. Yeah, Designs by Little B, most of her stuff is 5x7 or 4x4. Is this the right thing? No, it is not. Hang on. Let me look. I love Designs by Little B. Super cool. Went to go meet her before. It was really nice. It's years ago though. Crayon. That's what I need to type. C-R-A. Whoop. Okay, she does have one that's 5x7, but she also has bigger ones, 6x7 and 7x8 for the crayon pouch. But y'all, look at this. This is crazy. She got stuff I didn't even know she had. Hold on. Share screen. Look at this. Look. Somebody come and look at this. Look at the little earrings. How cute are the crayon earrings? How cute is that? I need somebody to tell me how cute that is. Oh, I did St. John. I forgot. Bookmark. This type bookmark and that type bookmark. Look at the notebook holder, notebook snap cover. That's what I'm trying to say. So the mini composition books, you have the crayons for that. This one is a snap tab holder with a front of the snap tab when it snaps down is crayons, fam. Another composition book holder. This heifer even goes so far as to when she makes designs. Look, y'all, she make a little stinking cute mini thingy keychain thing to go to hang off of it so that you can just be matching everything. And these are the same. So even if you didn't want to do the little itty bitty box of crayons, you could do one crayon in your favorite color. Come through, okay? You can put your favorite color crayon right here on the front. And these are for the mini composition books. Those are on Amazon. I can show you those. Here's one that doesn't have a snap. So if you don't want to do the snap, you just want a band. Here's one where you can do the band. Let's click on it and see what size hoop this is for. Though this design requires a 5x7 or larger hoop. So this is a 5x7 design if you have a 5x7 machine. Even if you don't, you can definitely do the little teeny thingy to hang off of a keychain for one of your kids or whatever on the 4x4. I'm sure this can go in a 4x4. This is a hall pass for teachers. Look, tell me that. Come on. That's ridiculous how cute that is. Look at this. She should be ashamed at how cute this is. These are keychains. These can be done in the hoop 4x4. Definitely these two. These are 4x4. Okay. Y'all, her stuff is insane. Look at this. Supersized fobs for hall pass or bookmark. This is the hand sanitizer holder. Another one. Whereas this one doesn't have the box of crayons on the back. This is just a regular little snap. Here's the pouch that we did the video 4 years ago. Just to confirm, if I buy a design, I don't need a program to embroider, right? That is absolutely correct. You do not have to have an embroidery program in order to embroider with the Brother embroidery machine. Look at this. Lip balm holders. I'm pretty sure these are 4x4 as well. Let me make sure so I'm not lying to you. I think these two are 4x4. These will need 5x7 because it's got this extra length to the tab up there. So let me make sure. Eyelet version is not 4x4 friendly, but the ribbon loop one is. Okay, so you can't do this one 4x4, but you can with this one. With the red one, because you're going to put a ribbon up there so that it'll hold onto a keychain like this one does. But how cute is that? I cannot. And then separate little crayons. But that's not all she has, y'all. That's just the crayons, okay? Just the crayons. So if you go to what's new, she's got little sweaters, the ugly sweater, earrings. Y'all, go to Designs by Little B. Designs by Little B. Said it just like it sounds. Spell it. Look at that. She's got adorable stuff. She's got gift tags. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can come on here. Look at the dang tumbler. The handle. If you like tumblers, you're into tumblers. Y'all, she's so talented with her creations and her designs until I love coming on here and buying her stuff. I really do. So anyways, and this is just what's new. Shop by project. You know, it's just, y'all, I cannot begin to tell you zipper projects is where I usually go. That's my favorite, doing zipper stuff. So anyways, that's true, PJ Mommy. I did not mention that. You do have to get the right file type, but with Designs by Little B, she carries every file. Like if you buy this pouch, for instance, it will come with several file types. There's very few that she would not, I mean, very few machines in there that wouldn't carry your file type. But that's her. This is what she does. Most embroidery designers will offer the design with all of the majority of the file types. But the more considerate ones generally do, because it doesn't take nothing but a click in order for it to do a different file type, usually. Hold on, my mic died. Oh, you know what? I got to plug this mic up. That's why. From when I was on the other night. My bad, y'all. Here is Designs by Machine Embroidery. So if you are new to embroidery and you have a single needle machine, the kind that sits on your table, not the multi-needle, these guys have what you need. Okay, Designs and Machine Embroidery. I'm gonna take a bite of chicken pot pie and then we're gonna talk. Okay, so they do have projects, they do have free designs, blah blah. But this is where my favorite part is: the embroidery supplies. Y'all, they got the they got the stabilizer, they have your needles. And when you read your manual and find out what bobbins you have, they got your bobbins too. Okay. They also have, where is it? Bobbin thread. That's what I was looking for. They have kits. Remember I told you about the gosh, what was the name of it? Purple Passion. The Purple Passion is right in here somewhere. They have variegated thread, which variegated thread will stitch based on what color is on that spool. I don't really have a better way to explain it. We need to play with some variegated so that you can see. But they have kits, sets of threads as well. They also have cool needle things that help you out. So, like for instance, the Perfect Vision magnifying lamp. I have that. Need to show that to you guys. They have a playing mat that will help you hoop your projects because it has the grid on it and it's a non-slip mat. I need to show you this actually. You know what? Where is it at? Let's do this. This is super cool. This is the embroiderer's compass. Ironically enough, at one point I was trying to make an app that would work similarly, but I couldn't do it. Hang on, let me go find it. Because I have that. And I want to show it to you because it is very cool. For those of you that are new. Watch, I'm not going to be able to find it because it was right here. That's the key. What's the face? That embroiderer's compass is very helpful. So, like we were talking earlier about the thread was not the thread, the needle was breaking. Like my needle keeps breaking, blah blah blah. Well, you can go on here and go to whatever the problem could be, and it'll help you figure that out. This will also help you figure out what you need to use. So say for instance, you want to do metallic thread embroidery. See that right there? Then you would turn this thingy around to that arrow and read down in here and it would tell you what you need to do. Okay, so right now it's lace and freestanding embroidery is what it's pointed to. That's the fabric that you're using. Down here, the stabilizer that you want to do is sew and wash mesh stabilizer. That's what they suggest. Now, these folks been embroidering for years. So, you know, you can take the suggestion or you can do what works for you. But this is a suggestion. They suggest for a needle that you use a light ballpoint or the 7010 needle. You do the light ballpoint, but do the 7010 needle or the 7511 needle for lace and freestanding embroidery. And then any extra comments would be down here. Hoop it securely and remove the wash away stabilizer with water. Sew and wash, remove it with water. So this is neat. Faux fur, sweatshirts, caps, denim, socks, metallic thread embroidery. And if I'm not mistaken, there's even more cool stuff on the back side of this that will help you out. But yes, they have this. Hoop guard. That's super cool because if you're hooping a onesie or whatever and you trying to hold it up out the way, see, notice how that's holding the stuff up and away from coming back over into the hoop. Keeps fabric out of the sewing field, as the box says. Super neat. They have cool stuff. They have solutions. Let's put it that way. They have solutions. That's what they have. So if there's an issue, usually you will find a solution here. Okay. So definitely check out DIME. It's Designs in Machine Embroidery. The link is in the description. I have the pressing pads. Those are super, super cool. Children's perfect placement kit. I mean, y'all, they got some of everything in here. Some of everything. I absolutely love it. Projects as well. I have the thread project trays, but they also have projects and stuff like that. So, you know, just definitely check out DIME. If you're new, this is a one-stop shop. I mean, and you'll be here scrolling all day. They even have software. They have a rhinestone software, y'all. I have it. I have not tried it yet. I am ashamed. I need to try it because I haven't tried it. But they do have a rhinestone software as well that supposedly helps you add rhinestone, make an embroidery design, and be able to add rhinestone embellishments to a design. I think it's the way I should have said it. So they do have software as well. So we were talking earlier about software. Do you need it? They have it too. You just kind of got to click up here and see what all. And look, they book private lessons, y'all. Who don't do that? I don't do private lessons, but they will do a private lesson for you to help you out. So Embroidery Tool Shed is where their software begins, and then you can add parts to it. So the rhinestone software is in the Embroidery Tool Shed. And it says the Embroidery Tool Shed is free. Hold up. Free Embroidery Tool Shed machine embroidery software, and gain access to read and write all the popular formats, resize, cut, copy, paste, rotate and mirror, recolorize designs, print templates with the image, color sequence and crosshairs, convert colors between brands, which design analyzer, stitch sequence simulator. That's super cool because you can see it stitch out on the screen. That's super neat. Zoom pan, view stitch ends and commands, adjustable viewing grid, view and create hoops and junk stitch filters. So you can do all of this for free with their tool shed. So that's a pretty neat feature for free. So yeah, definitely check out DIME. And like I said, the link is below. If you blind like me, the $49.99 magnifying lamp is super cool. It helps. It's helpful. They even have on sale now, so you can check stuff that's on sale. So you can check that out, see what you might want or need. So yeah, we're here to help. So you guys have a great night, and I will catch y'all, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise tomorrow, because I've been ducking and dodging that one back there because he has been sick. He is still sick. He's been sick for the past 2 weeks, and I ain't trying to hear it. So long as I don't catch that, then I will be here. Hope I don't, because I don't like to be sick. I don't. So definitely reach out if you have any questions. I appreciate y'all hanging out and being here. And if you do the embroidery project, or if you make a spit spotter or something like that, definitely post a picture. I would love to see it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I still, like I said, I still got the burp cloth for rain to do. I did winters. I need to do rains. So then I'll be done with them, because I'm not doing. No, I have their other burp cloths to match the first spit spotters with the critters on the fabric. I got to do those. So I have 3 more burp cloths to do for those 2 babies. So each one, I got to do the one gray polka dot one with the teal background for rain, then the critters with the teal background for rain, and then the critters with the purple background for winter. So that's 3 for those 2 babies. Then Bean, I did his bib. He needs a burp cloth to match his bib. And then just because he's Bean, I'm going to make a couple more burp cloths for him. And then Liliana, she gets a couple more burp cloths, because that's my grandbabies. Those 2 are my grandbabies. So I'll make them a couple more burp cloths especially. So that's what I got to do. That's what I got to do. So yeah. Thank y'all. Have a good night. I'm getting ready to log off of here, eat this pot pie that is not hot anymore, and then hang out with while stitching that stuff and just chilling out. So I hope y'all have a great night. Look forward to hopefully seeing you tomorrow. We'll probably be blinging something I kind of need to work on a rhinestone design too, because I haven't done that yet. Or take a sneak peek at what Dennis has been doing, because he makes some awesome stuff too. So we got a lot. But appreciate y'all. I hope you have a great evening, and we look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. Bye. It was fun doing it.